The 18-game sprint to the finish line in the West Coast League starts today as the All-Star break is come and gone, and the Yakima Valley Pippins host a perennial championship team, the Portland Pickles, here at the Orchard. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Harmon Johnson, your voice of the Yakima Valley Pippins, and the Portland Pickles are in town tonight. They've been in the WCL championship game the last 2 years, winning it in 2024 and falling at the hands of the Bellingham Bells in 2025. The Pickles come in relatively hot. They started off the year really slow under first-year manager Jim Hopple after the departure of Mark Magdaleno, but they have picked it up. They just swept the Ridgefield Raptors. They're 6-4 in their last 10, and historically, the Pickles, who are only 4 years younger than Yakima Valley in this league, have had the Pippins number. The Pickles have won the last 10 matchups, including all 6 last year, and they are 22-5 all-time against the Yakima Valley Pippins. Yakima Valley sitting in 5th place right now on the outside looking in the overall standings of the West Coast League. Portland just above them in 4th place. A chance to make up some ground as the Pippins will play Portland 6 times over the next 2 weeks. We're getting closer to the end of the season, but we're not done playing baseball just yet. We'll talk to some of the Pippins, and then we'll get you starting lineups in just a moment. You're watching Pippins pregame. Stick with us. Down on the field before Pippins batting practice with Pippins head coach Kyle Crestangel. Coach, last night against the CCL, not the result in the win-loss column, but you had a lot of guys get in the game and get back to work after the All-Star break. Now we resume the league play. It's an 18-game sprint. How do you start off game one?
Yeah, I talked to the guys last night. It's 18 games. Expectations are we're in the postseason. New ownership group, new fan base, a lot more fans. That's our goal. That's our expectation. We got to really get after it starting today. Just consistency on all phases. I look for Tristan to give us a good start as AD tomorrow and Jake on Sunday. But we got to get out, get the offense going early, play with some leads. Walla Walla, we were playing from behind in all 3 games. Versus Ridgefield, it was nice to hang up some big numbers early. But really, it's do or die baseball the rest of the way. I mean, each win or loss is going to mean a little bit more as it's so tightly packed between the 3, 4, and 5 slot. We get a shot to play the teams above us 6 times each. So the ball's in our court. But again, I'm going to try to approach it like playoff baseball, where it might be some quick hooks, getting the bullpen, letting guys go, substitutions. It's kind of fun part of the year, but harped on the guys that we're trying to bring a playoff game here to Yakima at the end of this season.
The people that have been following the Pippins over the past few years have not seen very many wins against the Portland Pickles, but we were going back through the records. You actually beat them twice in the year that they won their WCL championship. You have a friend coaching on the other side. This has got to be a series that means something to you.
It does. Obviously, I wish it was Coach Meggs and Coach Hop. Meggs is one of my best coaching friends, but Jim Hopple, a good buddy of mine. You got an opportunity to go up to Alaska a few times with him, catch some salmon, coach some baseball, work some camps. My family stayed at his house before. Just a great guy. So I'm excited to see the friendship. Baseball is truly a brotherhood. Just one of those games that I'm excited for because you're going to see quality baseball on both dugouts, but also nice to see a familiar friend and someone that I respect and he respects, playing the game of baseball. So super excited for them to be here. Excited to play the Pickles. Always a fun rivalry matchup type of game, and I'm excited to get after game one and hopefully playing for a series tomorrow.
You mentioned Tristan Pulliam, one of the newer arms to your staff. You've got a couple of veterans for this summer going the rest of this weekend. What do you look for Tristan to do tonight?
Yeah, they're going to build off his last outing. Give us 4 or 5 innings, have a quality start, mix up with 3 pitches, fill up the zone, limit free passes. A lot easier said than done, everything I just said, but that's a good recipe for success. If he does that, I think the offense will strike early, and hopefully we can have, end the game with hopefully Witt touching the baseball with 3 outs and scoreboard lit up in our favor.
All right, Coach, Pickles and Pippins, good luck.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate you.
We've got game 1 of this weekend series coming up in just a moment. Starting lineups are next. This is Pippins pregame. And now it's time for the starting lineup for your Yakima Valley Pippins, as announced by Pippins head coach Kyle Crestangel. Leading off and designated hitting, number 3, Tyson Miller. Batting second, the shortstop, number 22, Alexander Mendoza Jr. Batting third, the second baseman, number 17, Nick Velasquez. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 25, Parker Bird. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 15, Luis Garcia. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 7, Jay O'Neill. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 26, Daichi Furuhata. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 40, Malachi Emery Henderson. And batting ninth, the first baseman, number 13, Levi Sotomayor. Again for the Pippins, Miller, Mendoza, Velasquez, Burt Garcia O'Neill, Furahata, Emery Henderson, Sotomayor. The starting pitcher today will be Tristan Pulliam. We'll get you his numbers when we get back. That's the starting lineup for your Yakima Valley Pippins. First pitch is next. This is Pippins pregame.
Two and two. Ellis needs to dial one in. Tension building here at Yakima County Stadium. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. 2-1 victory. Pippins over Sweets.
First pitch, a high drive out towards right. Back goes Chavez. He's looking up. Bye-bye baseball. Grand slam. Dylan Anderson. Bring him home and touch them all. He's been here all summer, and it finally pays off.
That was all we needed. 2-1, the final score, and we get ready for fireworks as a happy bunch. The sprint, the final 18 games of the regular season start now as the Yakima Valley Pippins host the Portland Pickles in game one of a 3-game weekend series here at the Orchard. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you all have recovered after the All-Star break. We had a couple days off, had a get-right game last night that did not go the Pippins' way, but now it's time for Yakima Valley to take the field against a league opponent and somebody we have not seen yet this season, the Portland Pickles, who despite being under new management in the field and head coach variety, they are back into their normal form that they've been in the last couple of years. Portland sitting above Yakima Valley in the standings, both overall and in the South. Portland coming in at 7-4 in the second half, and Yakima Valley 5-4 in the second half. The Pippins sit behind the Pickles 18-17 versus 17-19. So very close, and a good chance to get some separation and get back into third place if you're Yakima Valley. Weather conditions today at the Orchard, it's a little bit cooler than yesterday, but temperature's still around 90. The wind is blowing, though. It is blowing out to right, and it is blowing fairly hard. 12 miles an hour with gusts up to 19. Might even see some even higher than that. No chance of precipitation tonight. It's a very clear day. A little bit of smoke in the air off towards our east. Humidity sitting at only 23%. Should be a fairly nice night for baseball at the Orchard. The Pippins and the Pickles have some history, and it's not bad history. It's not a rivalry that you would expect like with Walla Walla, but Portland has really had the number of Yakima Valley since the Pickles became a team in 2018. The Pickles lead the overall series 22-5. The 5 wins that Yakima Valley have all coming in recent history. And they have not won since 2024 against the team from Portland. Of course, the Pickles have gone on to win the West Coast League in 2024. They were in the championship game in 2025. So it's been something that Pippins fans have been looking for a long time. 5-22, the 5 wins coming at Portland in 2019, here in Yakima in 2022, again here in Yakima in 2023, a second time in Portland in 2023, and then a win in 2024 here at the Orchard. That was June 26th. So it's been a long time coming for a potential win after the Pippins were swept in the season series against the Pickles last year, 3 in Portland and 3 right after the All-Star break last year. Pippins going to try to get back onto the field tonight after a 9-7 loss in which they had 6 errors. Going to try to clean that up today and get us back into the win column after a 3-game losing streak against the Walla Walla Sweets right before the All-Star break. The Pippins have Portland this weekend, then they go right back to Walla Walla. So now is the time to get right. Pippins looking to get over 500 at home. The Pickles, who are very good on the road, are getting ready to try to take down Yakima for an 11th straight time. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. We'll be right back. First pitch here at the Orchard.
Where she was studying forensic science, and in her free time she loves hanging out with friends and doing theater and singing our nation's anthem.
It's time to play ball here at Yakima County Stadium. The Pippins and the Pickles, the first of 6 games in fairly quick succession. Yakima Valley will end the regular season down in Portland. Taking the mound for the Pippins today, Tristan Pulliam, the right-hander from Spokane, attended Yakima Valley College. No record yet on the summer. In all of his outings, a .386 ERA, a 1.71 whip, 10 strikeouts to 6 walks. Those numbers include his outing in the non-league against the, I believe it was the Northwest Star Nighthawks. It was. That came back on the 1st of July. He went 3 innings, giving up only 1 run on 3 hits. He went 4 innings during his first league start against the Ridgefield Raptors on the 8th of July. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. And so looking to build on that, he'll be facing Masa Chilcutt, Cody Nidowitz, and Kai Malt to start for the Portland Pickles. The rest of the Pickles roster is M.D. Connor, Luis Castillo, Grafton Stroop, Braden Reese, Caleb Duncan, and Elijah McNeil. Under the direction of Jim Hopple in his first season as the manager, he was the longtime second-in-command to Mark Magdaleno. Now that Mags is in his retirement, enjoying his time away from baseball, Hop takes his place. Hop was the head coach for the South Division All-Stars up in Victoria a couple of days ago. And so Portland, who comes into this game at 18-17, and in the second half, 7-4, getting ready to take on Yakima Valley. 5-4 in the second half and 17-19 overall. Pickles on a 1-game winning streak. Pippins on a 3-game losing streak. Portland 6-4 over their last 10. The Pippins 5-5. There's one of Yakima Valley's All-Stars that was under the direction of Jim Hopple on Wednesday, Daichi Furuhata, as well as Nick Velasquez, Parker Burt, as well in the lineup today. It's time to get this one underway. Large crowd in attendance at the Orchard tonight here on Harry Potter night. So great to have you with us. Come along for the ride. Should be a good weekend between Portland and Yakima Valley. The Pickles, famous for their antics at their ballpark, also put together a pretty good baseball product on the field. Clear skies overhead, Pulliam ready to go as Masa Chilcutt digs in. The first pitch of the last 18 games is nearly a hit-by pitch for Masa Chilcutt. First pitch today at 6:34 p.m. We're just a touch early. It is 90 degrees here in the Palm Springs of Washington. Clear skies overhead, and like I said in the pregame right before the anthem, windy conditions as Pulliam works even into the count 1-1. 20 miles an hour is what the National Weather Service is reading. You've got gusts up to 30 as well. So we'll see how the wind affects the conditions tonight, blowing mainly out towards right field, which is already a short porch with the new addition this year. Check swing fair. Here comes Sotomayor. The tag attempt, he got him. Out number 1 recorded in impressive fashion by Levi Sotomayor. That brings us to the defense for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Malachi Emery Henderson is out in left field. Luis Garcia in center. Jay O'Neill in right. Daichi is over at third. AJ Mendoza is at short. Nick Velasquez at second base. And you just saw Sotomayor flash the leather over at first. Parker Burt doing the catching for Yakima Valley today. Cody Nidowitz, the second man to hit for the Portland Pickles. From Portland University, playing for the Pilots, also spent some time at UC Santa Barbara. On the season for Portland, batting .275. The Pickles have had quite the roster turnover. There's quite a few inactives on their roster that they had at the start of the year. Pulliam quickly working ahead here. You see some roster turnover at this point in the season, depending on where you're at record-wise. Some teams have guys bail, some guys get their good players right around this time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's AJ Mendoza. He's a pretty good example of Pippins getting a guy that comes in at the right time to try to help Yakima Valley win. He was a part of that sweep over the Ridgefield Raptors. Liner over Mendoza, and this will be in play for Garcia. 1-out single for Cody Nitowitz. That brings up Kai Malt. So the no-hitter is gone, unfortunately, for TP. Some of the newcomers have had good success limiting damage early on in games. Kai Malt from Santa Barbara, California, attending UC Davis, though. Batting .388 for Portland. Pretty self-explanatory why he's hitting in the 3-hole. Tried to do a breaking ball. 1-0. Malt has 33 hits and only 85 at-bats. 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs. Although he has cooled off as of late in terms of how he's been playing. Kai Malt had back-to-back 4-hit nights in Ridgefield. He was 4 for 6 on the 10th, 4 for 5 on the 11th. Then he had a 3-hit night to finish that series. And so when I say cooling off, he only had 2 hits during the doubleheader against the Bend Elks on Monday. Here's another hit for Malt as he dumps it into left field. First and second with only 1 out. Portland trying to get the offense going early on. Malt certainly a guy you want to limit the amount of strikes you throw him. Pulliam in a tough situation now as he's got first and second with only 1 out. Double play opportunity does exist as M.D. Connor from South Alabama steps into that left-hand batter's box. Connor with 20 hits on the season, 1 double, 3 home runs. Against right-handed pitching, batting .357, he has not seen a left-hander. Certainly a left-handed bat that is going to play the matchup game. We'll see if Yakima Valley puts in any of their 3 lefties tonight if he is taken out of the lineup. Got to be careful in this situation, but you can't be too careful. You've got a home run hitter, Luis Castillo, waiting on deck. 3 balls and no strikes to M.D. Connor. That's the last thing you want to do is load the bases ahead of Castillo, who had 2 very loud home runs last year at this ballpark. Pulliam trying to find the zone here against M.D. Connor. There's a strike. Umpiring crew tonight, you've got John Perry Schofield behind the dish calling the balls and strikes, and Derek Dunbar out in the field. There you see Derek in the C position. (3-1) to Connor. Lost him. The bases will be loaded ahead of Luis Castillo. That'll bring up Ethan Salscheider to have a quick mound visit with Tristan Pulliam. Salsa taking very good care of the mound, taking pretty good care of the pitching staff as well. Field, despite the fact that it is warm, looks as good as it probably has in the last couple of weeks. I know they were doing some work around the first base area. You can actually see the dark spot over at first base where they resurfaced it. They made it flat. And so that dirt that is darker is actually where they were watering and tamping and flattening and then dragging over and then repeating the process. That's why it's holding in the water just a little bit better. Field getting a little TLC ahead of this weekend series. 8 home games left for Yakima Valley after tonight. That is so hard to believe. As now Castillo ready with the bases loaded. Starts him off with a breaking ball. Castillo from Arkansas Little Rock. Last year with Portland hitting 6 home runs in 39 games. He's played half the number of games, but he's got the same amount of home runs, 6. 2 of those home runs last year came here. Trying to get it over towards that left field wall, but it's 0-2. Castillo, a native of Santo Domingo of the Dominican Republic. He's batting .404 in the 15 games he's played in also. That is the best batting average on this team for anybody that's close to qualifying. TP looking for a big second out. Blow the fastball right by him. Castillo shakes his head, but that looked to be a tried and true strike. That's a nice way to pick up your first strikeout if you're Tristan Pulliam. Don't quite know what Castillo was looking for. Got the fastball. A little bit backwards on the approach, it appeared. Here's Grafton Stroop. Stroop committed to play at Lewis Clark State College. He's also a returner to the Portland Pickles. Last year, hitting .340 in 18 games. Stroop, pretty familiar with the Pacific Northwest and the NWAC. He was at Western Oregon in 2025 and then spent 2 seasons at Umpqua Community College. On the ground, here's Velasquez. The Pippins get out of the inning. A 0 is hung by Tristan Pulliam and the Pipps D as the Pickles leave the bases loaded. Pippins bats coming up here in just a second, just underway here at the Orchard.
Jace and Levi, and they are going to be racing first and third. First one there will be over there. Behind first base, you guys ready to go? Alrighty, on your marks. Get set, go! They're off. Scott, you've got a good lead. He's running out of breath, though. And, oh, the close finish. We'll have to go back to the judges and see who came out on top for that one. But give it up for our kids down there, guys.
Scott T, less weights, more cardio. We've talked about this. You got to stretch out before the races, buddy.
Bottom of the first inning here at Yakima County Stadium. It'll be Tyson Miller, AJ Mendoza, and Nick Velasquez due up to face this left-hander, Logan Mossman from UC Davis. Here's a look at his numbers on the season, the 1-1 record in 4 games, a .519 ERA, a whip of only 127 though. He's got 16 strikeouts to only 6 walks in 8 2/3 innings. So Mossman going to be looking for quite a few punchies against this Pippins squad. He'll have to face 3 straight left-handed bats as a left-handed pitcher, and then Parker Burt is due up 4th if anybody can get on. Tyson Miller had a whale of a game last night, going 2 for 3, scoring 4 times, including an inside-the-park home run in the 3rd inning. The left fielder, Ty Rasmussen for the CCL, lost the ball over on the left field foul line. It bounced right into fair territory and up against the pole, and Tyson just never stopped running. So let's see if he can do his job as the leadoff man and get this thing underway. Yakima Valley looking for a different result than what Portland had in the first inning. Pickles loaded up the bases but could not score, leaving Nidowitz, Malt, and Connor on the pads. Lefty-lefty matchup to start, as Miller sends the first one foul into the banners over on the left. Tyson on the season for Yakima Valley, batting .314. He's got 32 hits. He's drawn 38 walks. A perfect even number there. 500 is the on base. That will get him on base. A hit by pitch on 2 hurls from Mossman. Leadoff man's aboard for Yakima Valley.
Your shortstop. Make some noise for number 22, Alexander Mendoza Jr.
Brings up Alexander Mendoza Jr. Perry Schofield helping assist the ball boy get the equipment out of the batter's circle. AJ batting .231 through 6 games as a Yakima Valley Pippin. He had a great start to his Pippins career. That was against the Ridgefield Raptors on July 7th, had 3 hits. He's only picked up 3 hits since then, though, as he's aggressive, fouling the first pitch away. Mendoza from Baltimore, Maryland. There's a look at the ball boy going to work. Coming all the way out here through Western Oklahoma State to finish up the season with Yakima Valley. Quickly 0-2. Mossman sitting at around 90 on the radar gun. Harder throwing left-hander. Miller over at first after the hit by pitch. And it's 3 straight fastballs for a strikeout looking. One away. That one was 90 miles an hour from Mossman. Brings up Nick Velasquez. Nick played in the second half of the All-Star game on Wednesday in Victoria. He played first base, so involved in quite a few of the defensive plays for Team South. And now playing against his head coach for the All-Star team, Jim Hopple, over in that first base dugout. Connor didn't look too comfortable receiving that pickoff from Mossman. The sun is going to be difficult to try to see through for the next hour and a half or so. The banners will come across first base, but there's a little sliver over by lefties that lets some sunlight through. There goes Tyson. Pitch is high. Miller has the bag stolen. Good jump for Tyson against the left-handed pitcher. 1-0 here to Velasquez after the high throw from Mossman. One and one. Velasquez on the season, 42 hits. That does include some non-league games. 8 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs. He is an extra base hit machine. He's also got 31 RBI. Chance for number 32 here. On the ground, Stroop. The throw across is a good one. Grafton Stroop able to look back the lead runner, Tyson Miller. And so unfortunately, it's second base for Yakima Valley. But Parker Bird is up. Here's the Pickles defense. Got Nidowitz out in left, Malton center field, and out in right is Caleb Duncan. Grafton Stroop at the hot corner. You've got Elijah McNeil at short. You got Masa Chilcutt at second. MD Connor is at first. And the catcher today is Braden Reese. Dotted fastball that time from Mossman to make it 0-1. Parker Burt was the starting catcher for Team South on Wednesday. Got a couple of plate appearances as well. 4 home runs for Parker. He's batting .360. Out of play foul. That ball traveled a long way the wrong direction. And so Burt quickly down to his final strike here in the first inning. Mossman has not backed away from these Yakima Valley hitters to start off. He's been very confident with his hard fastball. Tyson in scoring position with 2 away. Mossman to the plate. Reared back and got 90, but couldn't find the heart of the strike zone. Parker with 8 doubles as well, as he adjusts his batting gloves very quickly. Two-strike approach for Parker Burt, trying to protect and keep the inning alive. Pippins trying to score first. That was a breaking ball from Mossman. The count runs even 2-2. The Pickles loaded the bases in the first inning, could not score. Tyson Miller, the first man for Yakima Valley, reached. Right now he is stuck at second. There he goes to third. Parker had to fight it off. Tyson had a huge jump on the way to third base, but the pitch would have been a strike, would have been strike 3. So Parker had to at least get a piece of the bat on it. Longer at bat here between Parker Burt and Logan Mossman. 2-2. That breaking ball dropped a little bit. Wasn't the cleanest frame job by Reese.
Stop your feet.
Looked a little bit awkward coming into the plate. Reese didn't look like he was quite ready for the breaking ball.
Everybody try to break the bleachers.
So Parker's in a full count. Large contingent of Pippins fans on deck tonight. Here's the payoff. No, it's a check. Parker will have to wait a few more seconds to see that payoff pitch.
Rinse, lather, repeat. Everybody stop your feet.
Down the right field line, out of play, foul. These Pippins fans are making some noise here on a Friday night.
How about we just all make as much noise as we can?
It'll be another full count pitch on the way to Parker Burt from Logan Mossman. How about a spin to second? Chilcutt able to keep it on the infield.
We can do this all day.
That was a little dangerous. Mossman trying to go with a more A-plus move with some zip on it. He almost threw it right past his second baseman's glove. Payoff to Burt. Breaking ball, ball 4. Good at bat by Parker Burt. He's rewarded with a walk. And now one of the hottest Yakima Valley Pippins at the plate is digging in, Luis Garcia. Five of Garcia's last 7 games have been multi-hit affairs, including a 4-for-5 appearance against the Ridgefield Raptors on the 8th and a 2-for-4 game on the 11th against Walla Walla. And now a balk. Mossman flinched, and the Pippins will have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Derek Dunbar immediately pointing that that was a balk. Let's see. Yeah, a little lean back. Prime real estate here for Luis Garcia. Strike 1. Tyson can score easily on anything into the outfield grass. The outfield is playing very deep. On the ground, Stroop has it. The throw, what a play at the hot corner. Stroop's a busy man in that first inning. Pippins strand 2, and we have no score going to the second inning here in Yakima.
32 years old today. Happy birthday, Casey.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases, old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Here's a look around the West Coast League for your Friday, July 17th. Everybody resuming their league schedule after the All-Star break, and it's perfectly balanced, as all things should be. The South and the North each playing 4 games. Walla Walla is at Corvallis tonight. Springfield is at the Marion Berries. Ridgefield is at Bend. The Wenatchee Apple Sox are at Victoria. Nanaimo at Kelowna. Bellingham at Kamloops. And Edmonton is in Port Angeles tonight. Tristan Pulliam threw 20 pitches in the first inning. He left the bases loaded, though, as now it's 7, 8, and 9 for Portland due up. We'll get some early scores from those games here in just a moment. 2-0 quickly here to Braden Reese, the catcher. Committed to play at UW after 2 years at Bellevue. With the Pickles batting .250. Line shot, right field, down for a hit. Third hit of the ball game already for the Portland Pickles. This one's a leadoff hit here in the second inning. So those scores from those games we just mentioned: Edmonton at Port Angeles, the Riverhawks lead 3-0, top of the second. No score in Corvallis, top of the second. Just underway down in Salem, no score. Bottom of the first in Victoria, no score. Ridgefield at Bend tonight. The Elks lead at 2-0 in the bottom of the first. 1-1 tie in the bottom of the first at Kelowna. And Kamloops currently leads Bellingham 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. We'll get you an update on those scores around the fifth inning. As here's Caleb Duncan. Duncan from Wichita State, batting .207 in 10 games with the Portland Pickles. On the ground, Daichi can't get it. Back-to-back hits for Portland. They have 2 on and nobody out. That came off the bat at 100 miles an hour. Furuhata playing a little bit closer to the line. So now the number 9 hitter, Elijah McNeil. UC Davis from Dublin, California. .227 batting average in 20 games. He shows bunt. This is foul. Right off the plate and into foul territory. 0-1. McNeil trying to set up the top of the order with 2 in scoring position and only 1 out at the minimum. If somehow the Pippins do not complete the sacrifice bunt play, then it would be bases loaded. How about a fly ball swinging away? Garcia back on the track against the wall. He stumbles and makes the catch. Certainly deep enough to move both runners, but that's out number 1. Garcia knew he was running out of room out there. That was one of the best hit balls out to center field I think I've seen at this ballpark. 367 feet out there onto the track. He stumbled on a soft spot, but he still made the catch. Fly out essentially works the same as the sacrifice bunt, although McNeil does not get credited with a sacrifice in that scenario. You can only get a sacrifice fly if a run scores. Pippins infield playing in with Massa Chilcutt at the plate. Chilcutt grounded out to Sotomayor, who applied a tag because when he fielded it on the ground, he was away from the bag. Nobody was going to get there if he tried to flip. Into center field, Garcia's got an arm. Running and tagging at third will be Reese, and he will score. 1-0 Portland. There are 2 away here in the top of the second inning.
We are getting ready for a ballpark classic, our Albert's Dry Seltzer Dizzy Bat race in the middle of this inning.
Here's the throw, just a little bit too much arc on that, I think. Garcia didn't quite put as much oomph as he would have maybe in a later inning scenario. He's got a cannon. But knowing you have the rest of the game, make sure that that runner at second doesn't move up to third here because there are 2 outs. That one does go down as a sacrifice fly, by the way, if you're scoring along with us. The run scored. A bunt can be called a sacrifice if no run scores because you are giving up your spot. But a fly out can only be a sacrifice if a run comes home. 1-1 here to Cody Nidowitz. A single. He was left stranded on third back in the first inning. Pippins will have Jay O'Neill, Daichi Furuhata, and Malachi Emery Henderson due up in the second inning. Good breaking ball from Tristan Pulliam as he looks for his second strikeout tonight. Pulliam got a big strikeout to get out number 2 in the first inning. That came against Luis Castillo. Popped up, shallow left. Now it's going back. This was hit better than I thought it was, but Malachi is able to handle it. That ball had some carry, but Malachi Emery Henderson able to haul it in. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Portland.
Has anyone here stopped down by the Albert stand?
It's delicious.
Tonight we've got Oraz, Wyatt, and Riley. I'm going to count them off 7 times. You guys ready? All right, on your marks. Get set. Start spinning. 1, 2, faster boys, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go! They're off. Oraz is off. Oh, and he is our winner tonight. Give it up, folks.
Folks, taking Albert's Dry Hop Seltzer, non-alcoholic, full of flavor, crisp, refreshing, seltzer. Go try some. We're handing out samples over by the smalls. And of course, it's for sale as well.
Very well attended Friday night contest here at Yakima County Stadium. Pippins resuming their second half of the regular season against the Portland Pickles. It'll be Jay O'Neill to lead it off here in the bottom of the second. Glad you're with us on your Friday night. It's just past 7 here in Yakima, Washington. It's always a fun time when Portland comes to town, especially knowing that the media coverage and the extra attention that this team ends up with. Jay O'Neill playing in his first home game since the end of the Ridgefield series when he was unfortunately ejected in the 8th inning after hitting a 2-run home run to tie the game. He served a 2-game suspension down in Walla Walla and returned for Game 3, playing second base. He was slotted to be in the outfield, but Nick Velasquez left with a minor injury. Reese didn't catch the ball, but that was called a strike anyway. That slider at 79 miles an hour. Another slider out to short. McNeil casually on to first, 1 away.
Your third baseman, wearing number 26.
That'll bring up Daichi Furuhata.
He is Daichi Furuhata.
Furuhata committed to Seattle University right before the All-Star break after spending 2 seasons at Southwest Oregon Community College. He's batting .301 for the Pippins. He has 41 hits and has scored 37 times. Another chance for McNeil. He can't make the play. Daichi Furuhata with a 1-out single here in the second.
He waves the angriest wand in the lineup. Our left fielder, number 40,
101 off the bat for Daichi. Just past the extended leather of Elijah McNeil. That'll bring up Malachi Emery Henderson. 3 home runs on the season. Chance to give the Pippins the lead with one of those, although I'm sure Malachi would enjoy a hit as well. Wave and a miss. Pippins got their first hit right there with Daichi, trying to string a couple together. Both the first and the second inning featured back-to-back hits by the Portland Pickles. Let's see if the Pippins can replicate that now. One ball and 1 strike. Emery Henderson, after 2 seasons at Wenatchee Valley College, still uncommitted to his next location. Was the NWAC home run leader in 2026 and RBI leader. Handcuffs himself on a fastball, 1-2. Native of Linwood, Washington. Did go 0 for 2 yesterday against CCL, but he was on base a couple of times. He also had a sacrifice fly. Tapper to first. Connor on to second. They get the lead out. Malachi grounds into the fielder's choice. So 2 away.
Number 13, Levi Sotomayor.
Number 9 hitter Levi Sotomayor strolls up to the left-hand batter's box. Sotomayor batting .338 for Yakima Valley. This is game number 18. Was 2 for 4 yesterday against the CCL Showcase team. Another chance for the infield. Chilcutt on to first, and the side is retired. Ground out, single, fielder's choice ground out. We go to the 3rd inning, 1-0 Portland Pickles.
My experience at West Coast League was fun. You know, it was a big difference going from California over there to Walla Walla, Washington. And the crowds were actually really good for such a small town. They really showed up for us, and everybody was very welcoming. It was an awesome experience.
How much does speed play a factor in your game here?
Oh, it's a huge factor. Ball in the gap or just even a CNI single. If you get out of the box good, you can even try and stretch to a double sometimes.
Durant hits that hard into the gap.
Here goes Durant. He's blazing around second. Into third. It's a 2-run triple.
Jaron Durant, a triple to the gap in right center.
For me, that summer was about embracing new teammates and embracing new challenges because you're seeing different types of pitchers and really fast-paced, a lot of bunting, some new positions, new skills. Kind of helps with leadership and getting to know guys, and it was a good development for me in a lot more aspects than I expected. That was some of the best coaching staff that I've had. Back then I was a second baseman. I thought if I just played really good second base, I'd be able to stay there, but they better use me in the outfield, which is awesome. I'm loving it now.
On the defensive side, you've been making some pretty good plays. You've been playing really all over the field now.
Hit coming on Durant, diving ahead, he's got it. What can he do at this point? Wow, changing the game both offensively and defensively, that's huge.
JD's one of my best friends in the organization. He's just such a hard worker. He's super intense on the field, but he's completely different off of it. He's really laid back, relaxed, loves to have fun, brings such a good rapport and demeanor to the clubhouse. There's so many great things to say about him and the way that he goes about his business.
Kai Malt leads it off in the top of the third inning for the Portland Pickles. He has one of the 4 hits for the Picks as he's swinging first pitch and flying it out to center field. Garcia, he's got it. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the third inning. M.D. Connor walked back in the first inning. He was the third of the 3 that were left on base in that first inning. Portland leads at 1-0. Ball 1 thrown here to M.D. Connor. Again, South Alabama is where he goes to school. That's one of the more exotic schools in terms of the West Coast League. You don't see very many from past about the Midwest. But even the Pippins, I guess I shouldn't say, are in that same boat. They've got 4 players from Western Oklahoma State College on their roster. That's a decent ways away from home. And in all technicality, Jay O'Neill was at Georgia Gwinnett before he committed to UNLV. Of course, Jay was at Yakima Valley College for 2 years before that, and he lives in Federal Way, Washington. Strike to stay alive for Tristan Pulliam here in his third inning of work. He loses M.D. Connor, though, and it's a 1-out walk, the second time that Connor has drawn the free pass. A runner will be aboard for Luis Castillo. Castillo struck out looking back in the first inning. He was frozen on a fastball at the bottom of the zone. But if you were with us last year, you know what kind of things Castillo did in that Pickles uniform from the right-hand batter's box. Breaking ball starts him off. Castillo from Arkansas Little Rock. Pulliam tries to get M.D. Connor leaning over there at first. He was a little bit late. Another check over at first. Pulliam trying to keep Connor honest over there. M.D. Connor has 3 stolen bases on the season. 1-1 after the high fastball. One and two now. Not much that Castillo could do with that pitch. It was perfectly located by Tristan Pulliam. TP looking for that second strikeout. Both would be against Castillo. Fly ball center field. Garcia was playing way in the shift. He will range over and make the catch. 2 away, Garcia had to cover a lot of ground. Had he been playing straight up in center field, he would have only had to move a few steps. But the Pippins playing a very aggressive pull side shift against Castillo. Grafton Stroop grounded out to Nick Velasquez to end the first inning. Pulliam over 40 pitches now. He's gone 3 innings and 4 innings in his outings so far this summer. Shallow fly into the right center field gap. It will be O'Neill who makes the catch, and the side is retired. Another runner left on for Portland. That's 5 already. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Pickles here in Yakima.
First team to score wins.
All right, so we got Jacob and Michaela in the matching green Pippins that we gave away, and Cash and Zane over here. You guys ready to go? All righty, let's get going. First to score win, they gotta hold it while once they have it in their hands. They can't move. They gotta keep their broom between their legs. Oh, there's a pass.
Gryffindor. Gryffindor.
Oh, that's away.
Voldemort. Voldemort.
Oh, good pass. Cash has got it. Oh, pass through. Oh, that and Jacob and Michaela, give it up, guys. Good job.
10 points for Gryffindor. I think that's Pippindor. Hufflepuff. Did everybody get their wands from the sorting wand box? Wave your wand if you have it. We're gonna need you to keep waving those. We're gonna need some magic cast here. See if we can't put a little extra juice on this baseball coming off the next batter's bat. Slash one. By the way, he is the captain of House Pippindor. He's also our designated hitter. When he steps in, we call it Miller time. Number 3, Tyson.
Back to the top of the order for Yakima Valley. Tyson Miller, AJ Mendoza, Nick Velasquez. Apologies for the little bit of a later comeback. I was looking down into the Pickles dugout. The athletic training staff from Multicare Orthopedics Northwest is down there and appears to be looking at somebody. But I can't find a defensive change for the Pickles. Logan Mossman went through the first time of the Pippins order, hitting a batter, walking a batter, and giving up a single and a fielder's choice. But nobody has scored yet for Yakima Valley. 2 balls and no strikes. Miller was the man that was hit by the pitch. He was left at third on a balk. Advanced to third there after the infraction by Mossman. Luis Garcia could not bring him home. 2-1, a big aggressive swing by Miller. I don't believe anybody has left the game for the Pickles. It was just something that caught my eye, seeing the training staff come across the field and into the Pickles dugout. 2-2 as Tyson fouls that off. Tyson now with a better than 500 on-base percentage after that hit by pitch back in the first inning. Talked to Tyson a couple times on the postgame recently because of how often he has been on base. Count running full. Was a pretty good fastball. I think Reese just tried a little too hard to present that even better than it was.
Get those wands out. See if we can't wave them together. See if we can't cast a base hit spell.
Tyson trying to draw a walk, maybe get a knock. Pippins have left 3 on base in 2 innings. Another foul ball.
I think we're close.
By the way, if you were watching during the break and were wondering what that in-between innings promotion was, they were playing a game of Quidditch, which is a sport in the Harry Potter universe. We also gave away wands from the sorting wand box as people walked into the stadium tonight. Strike 3 at the top of the zone. Tyson down looking. That is 2 punch-outs for Logan Mossman.
Now batting your shortstop, number 22, Alexander Mendoza.
Mendoza was the last strikeout that Mossman had before that ring-up of Tyson Miller. Mendoza playing shortstop today. He's played shortstop every time he's been in the lineup for the Pippins, becoming the everyday guy. Yakima Valley, over the All-Star break, did lose a few of their players that have been getting a lot of innings, most notably Derek Almeida, down to go work out with Fresno State after committing. A couple of pitchers also departing. Guys like Torin Eggy, Sebastian Fry no longer on the roster, but that's just the nature of the West Coast League. Some guys are here for every game, some guys are here for a week, and a lot of them are here for a time period in between that. Mendoza's 1-1 is out of play. Logan Mossman trying to look for a third strikeout.
If you take any foul ball to the concession stand this evening, they can turn it into candy right before your eyes.
Really enjoying the crowd on hand tonight. Must be a lot of Harry Potter fans in Yakima. Right to the hill. Mossman has it. 2 away. That's an athletic play for a pitcher completing his delivery.
Now batting your second baseman, number
But it goes down as 1-3, and there's 2 away here in the third.
Energy, he is Nick Velasquez.
Right as he's backing up to get into his fielding position, he's able to hop off of that foot and put some leather on it. Up to Nick Velasquez to try to find some run support here in the third inning. Tristan Pulliam on 45 pitches has made it through 3 innings. Nobody warming for Yakima Valley, so TP will be allowed to go out for his 4th inning. 2 balls, no strikes. I see a couple of wizard robes in the ballpark for Harry Potter night. Somebody down in the front row's got their butterbeer bat and the robe. That is dedication. Two and one after that fastball cut the outer edge. Parker Burt waiting on deck for Yakima Valley. The Pippins consistently find hits, but run support's been a little bit of an issue the last 3 league games. Velasquez on the infield. Stroop right around the line. That is out number 3. Pippins down in order here in the 3rd inning. We go to the 4th. 1-0 Portland.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done, so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Welcome back to Yakima County Stadium, the top of the 4th inning. We're in the middle frames already as we're about an hour into the contest. Pickles got 1 run in the top of the 2nd. That's the only score we've had. We've had base runners everywhere, though. The Pickles have left 5 on. The Pippins have left 3. Tristan Pulliam beginning his 4th inning of work. Plunking the first man he sees, Braden Reese, the catcher. That got him up near the shoulder area. Thankfully, it did not hit him in the helmet. But he is going to be feeling that for a few innings, especially because he's the catcher and he's got to block baseballs as well. That just slipped out of the hand of Tristan. Brings up Caleb Duncan. This is 8, 9, and then 1 if no out is recorded on the base pads. We'll see if Reese is aggressive at all over there at first. Strike 1 to Duncan. He singled back in the 2nd inning out to left field. It snuck between Daichi Furuhata and A.J. Mendoza in that 5-6 hole. Couldn't steal the strike on the inner 3rd. Count now 1-1 to Caleb Duncan, who wears number 50. Something kind of quirky about the Portland Pickles is all of their high numbers. Every Pickle listed on the bench tonight has a number higher than 70. One and 2. I mean, you've got Joel Roberts, who wears number 85. You've got Braden Gutierrez wearing number 89. Quite a few of these high numbers. I see a 90, a 93, a 94. Off the helmet, and Pulliam plunks another batter. Training staff out to check immediately on Duncan. That is why we wear the helmet. Salsa going to go out and make a quick visit to the hill as well after a couple of fastballs have slipped out of the hand of Pulliam. Training staff from Multicare Orthopedics Northwest just making sure that Duncan is okay. It's been a long time since the Pippins have beat these Portland Pickles. In fact, you got to go back to 2024. And here is my predecessor, Jake Schrantz, with the call. Pipps hoping it's not going to be that dramatic, but I'll take that. It was a 4-3 victory over the Portland Pickles back in 2024. Good work by Shea to dig that one out of the archives. That is only one of 5 wins that Yakima Valley has against Portland in their franchise's history. Elijah McNeil fouls that away to fall behind 0-2. Right-handed action has begun in Yakima Valley's bullpen. Dawson Barabalt has grabbed a baseball and appears to be the next man in line to enter this game. Grounder, Daichi snags it on the bag. The throw sails over Levi. Might have lost it in the sun. An impressive first out over there at third base, and then a throwing error unfortunately means runners are at the corners. What a stab by Furuhata to at least get an out. Yeah, Levi just looks like he lost it in the sun. I mentioned when Connor was having some issues with the sunshine for the Pickles in that first inning that there is a sliver of light that comes through, and it's right at first base. So one away, the double play is still in order as that's a swinging strike one. Masa Chilcutt facing off against Tristan Pulliam for the third time. We're here in the top of the 4th inning. Pickles trying to extend their 1-0 lead. Tight breaking ball for a swing and a miss. And this is not actually Masa Chilcutt. This is a pinch hitter. He wears number 70. His name's Brady McKay. So that must have been who the training staff was looking at, was Masa Chilcutt. Because this is, in fact, Brady McKay from Long Beach, California, 5'10", 170. I looked down there. I was looking for the 49, which is an odd number, and then looked and found 70. So McKay into the game in the spot of Chilcutt. So Chilcutt will end his day 0 for 1 with a ground out and a sacrifice fly that makes this game 1-0. Pulliam's been keeping runners at first base pretty honest. He's got a decent pickoff move. One, two. Softly into left field. That's a base hit. Rounding second on his way to third will be the trail runner McNeil. It's an RBI double for Brady McKay right off the bench, and it is 2-0 Portland. Not very hard hit, just took a breaking ball right off the barrel. Too tall for Daichi to snag on the way by. Duncan scored easily. 2 runners in scoring position for Portland, McNeil and McKay. Here's another softly hit ball into the outfield. This is down and it bounces over Jay O'Neill. Scoring in tandem are McNeil and McKay, and it's 4-0 Portland. That ball just dumped in front of O'Neill and took a high hop. That's already 6 hits on the night for the Pickles. Kai Malt sends the first ball high but foul. Right into the aisle and bounces around into row 1. Malt today 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. A third hit batter in the inning. Kai Malt will take first base. And now the Pippins coaching staff peering down towards the bullpen to see if Dawson Barabalt is ready. Pulliam approaching the end of his night, it looks like. Coach Crustangel on his way out to the hill. And he will be making a pitching change. Pulliam's night is done. 4 runs on the board for the Portland Pickles. We'll introduce Dawson Barabalt when we come back. Top of the 4th here in Yakima.
College summer ball is a blast. Playing baseball and going all over the Pacific Northwest is beautiful in the summertime. Great league, fun cities to travel to, great weather, fun ballparks. Give me a kind of like a taste of what it was like to play professional baseball with the schedule, playing every day, taking long bus rides. Made a lot of good friends on those teams, and a couple big leaguers on my team. Matt Duffy, Matt Boyd. You get to meet guys from all over the country, come together for a couple months in the summertime. All try to get better and push each other, and a lot of good memories looking back on that summer in Corvallis.
Fuel the adrenaline is coming out now.
Yeah, this guy's on the mound.
He was a key piece of our club that season, and he was one of the most talented, if not the most talented position player on the field at that time. And Mitchie, he was going through some early struggles, mostly due to the fact that his lower back was tight and sore all the time. And coming off his freshman season at Cal Poly, he was shy.
Who was your first kiss?
I don't even remember. We had a pink bat day, a breast cancer awareness day. Next thing you know, Mitch comes up and hits one out of the park, and he ended up not letting go of that pink bat for a couple of weeks. I mean, I think he went on a tear, maybe 5 or 6 home runs in the next 10 or 12 games, and it was really neat to see kind of that turnaround, and kind of came out of his shell a little bit more.
Yeah, summer ball days, it's hard to get your hands on a good bat, so once you got one, just ride with it. We were blessed to play, OSU and Corvallis, and what a great, little college town that was, and it just prepares you for professional baseball. I think it was such a valuable experience for me to go through in college, and it definitely helped me in the minor leagues.
Dawson Barabalt is the new pitcher for the Yakima Valley Pippins as they trail 4-0. From Spokane Community College, 6 innings, a 1.50 ERA. He struck out 5. He has walked 5. He has started a game. This is his second appearance. He's given up 1 hit and 1 earned run. And so his job is to stop the bleeding. The Pickles have scored 3 times already here in this 4th inning. The 7th man to hit, M.D. Connor, digs into the left-hand batter's box to face the right-hander Barabalt. First pitch strike after Tristan Pulliam goes 60 pitches tonight. He is in line for the loss. 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, an undetermined amount of runs right now. He's responsible for the 2 men on base. Fly ball center field. Garcia drifting back, calling off Malachi, and he'll make the catch. 2 away. That'll bring up the 8th hitter of the inning, Luis Castillo. And so again, Castillo hitting with runners aboard. To this point, he is 0 for 2. The brush fell out of John Perry Schofield's pocket, so Castillo being generous to the umpire, giving him his brush back. Now Parker Burt needing a second. Looks like he's fixing something on his mitt. Tightened one of the straps maybe. First pitch bounces away. Runners move up 90 feet. Slamming on the brakes is Nidowitz. He was going to try to be aggressive and come home. Very wild pitch from Dawson here. Went right up the arm of Parker Burt. Time going to be called. Looks like the Pippins are just going to intentionally walk Luis Castillo to put the force play anywhere. Coach Crustangel knows how dangerous of a hitter Castillo can be. So the IBB with 2 outs loads the bases. And Grafton Stroop is the 9th man to hit here in the 4th inning for Portland. First pitch to Nick, backhand pick. He will send it to first. So the Pickles score 3, but it could have been a lot worse. Dawson Barabalt cleans up the mess, and now it's time for the Pippins to put some runs on the board. Bottom of the 4th next here in Yakima.
He's not done. Keep waving those arms. Keep making noise. Jump up and down. Let it roll. T-shirt.
Welcome back to Yakima County Stadium. Let's take a look at the overall standings in the West Coast League. mentioned that Portland and Yakima Valley right in the middle. And with this series, it's a chance for either team to put some separation between each other and also try to work towards a tiebreaker if necessary. Walla Walla atop of the South as they've played 3 more games than everybody else. Ridgefield still has not won a game in the second half. And then over in the North, you've got those 3 teams up towards second place. Bellingham, Kelowna both 22-14, Nanaimo 22-17. That's going to be an interesting race down the stretch because you've also got Edmonton at 19-16 behind them. But a couple of games for Edmonton have been rained out or moved at this point. So still a lot left, but there's only 18 games for most folks. Logan Mossman back to work to face Parker Burt, Luis Garcia, and Jay O'Neill. Pipps trying to get on the board. They've got 1 hit. Parker swinging first pitch. It's out of play for strike 1. Parker today drew a walk back in the first inning. Did not play yesterday. He was a part of the group that traveled back from the All-Star game. Got to ride with me. Got back to Yakima at about 1:15 after riding the 610 ferry across the Strait of Juan de Fuca. That was a fun trip. Got to see a lot of people in the West Coast League. Got to hang out at the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby, eat some good food, and experience Victoria. Of course, watch our Pippins All-Stars show out in the All-Star game. Parker, for his efforts so far this season, was named the starting catcher for Team South. He was substituted out around the middle of the game, and I got to stand kind of close to the dugouts in the late innings, and you could just hear the environment. Everybody comes from different teams, but when they assemble to make the one All-Star team, it's really fun to hear the chatter. Hard ground ball out towards McNeil. 1 away. Parker Bird unable to leg that one out. The defensive substitution out at second base, Masa Chilcutt, is replaced by McKay. Brady McKay now standing out there at second base. He might have been in the third inning because you remember after the half-inning break, I had brought it back and said that the Pickles were getting someone looked at by the training staff. Either way, McKay, we know, is out there now. Garcia grounded out to Grafton Stroop back in the first inning. That ended the frame. Pippins had 2 in scoring position, but could not crack the goose egg. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Mossman's been heavy on the fastball diet tonight, but he does have a slider that changes up pace. Another chance for McNeil. The throw's a little low and it's dropped. Garcia legs it out on what will likely be an error on the first baseman. Connor had it in the mitt, but then dropped it. A couple of bounces, a stab by McNeil. We'll see who they give the error to. It is on the first baseman, M.D. Connor. Jay O'Neill hitting with a man aboard, a chance to cut into this lead. Big aggressive hack on a middle fastball, 0-1. Jay grounded out to the shortstop, McNeil, back in the second inning. He was the lead out in that second frame. pounded. Connor, second for one. The relay, the covering pitcher, out two. The Pickles turn a double play, and Mossman faces the minimum in the fourth. A little bit of a broken double play, but it got the job done. To the fifth we go. Portland leads at 4-0.
I was scheduled to go to the West Coast League out of high school, and then the draft happened, so there was a slow process deciding whether to sign or not, and then eventually I didn't. My whole senior year, I was like, oh yeah, summer will be cool. I was nervous for it, but I was also very excited. The group of guys that we had there was special. You know, I was jumping into a new group of kind of older guys. Most of them were a year or two older than me. It was really good for me being like a younger player. They kind of showed me the ropes of what college baseball and summer ball was about, and really helped me through that whole process.
First pitch, McLean, deep center!
I think hitting with bats every day was different. Playing every day that consistent was different for me. Coming from high school, the competition was good. It was a good introduction to Pac-12 baseball. You got guys throwing every day who are top of the rotation guys in college, Friday night guys, Saturday night guys, and get to face that as a senior going into a freshman year was really an advantage for me because it really made me get better and realize I need to get better quick. But it was a lot of fun. You know, everyone in Bellingham welcomed me with open arms, and it was a great first summer ball experience. I couldn't ask for anything more. My host family was so awesome. I mean, the Ayers, I still talk with them like weekly, maybe once every 2 weeks to form that connection, that relationship that I still have with them and other teammates. I'll remember those for the rest of my life. Bellingham fans, thank you guys for always supporting me. I really appreciate it. You guys made it special for me.
Top five here at Yakima County Stadium. The first game back in the regular season after the All-Star break. Dawson Barabalt threw 3 pitches and got 2 outs in the 4th inning. And so now he'll face 7, 8, and 9 here in the 5th as the Pickles lead it by 4. Braden Reese, a single and a hit by pitch. Reese doing the catching as it looks like some catch play has begun down in the Pippins bullpen. Not the catch play to get warm though, just a little bit of football tossing. Last time out for Dawson Barabalt came down in Walla Walla. He went 2 innings, giving up 1 run on 1 hit. The 1 hit, unfortunately, was a solo home run. Ahead in the count, though, 1-2. His first outing as a Pippin was a non-league game. 4 innings, no hits and no runs with 5 strikeouts against the Portland Gherkins. There is strikeout number 1 today. Barabalt seems to like to pitch against teams from the Portland area. One out for Caleb Duncan. Duncan today, a single and a hit by pitch as well. He scored the first of the 3 runs in that 4th inning for Portland. The Pickles had 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and they left 3 men on. Heads up in lefties. Oh, nice catch down there by the bullpen, Carl Mullen-Kovash. Banana ball rules, that had been an out. That came in hot, 103 off the bat. This one's hot as well, out towards the gap. Jay ranging, lost it in the sun. Rolls into the wall. Turning around second, heading for third is Duncan. He will be in there safely. 1 out triple for Caleb Duncan, his 2nd hit of the game. You're going to see Jay look up, fighting the shadows. He's going to throw his glove up. Where'd it go? There it is. That's such a tough feeling out there in the outfield. You track it, you lose it, and then it drops. Mother Nature not being nice to Jay O'Neill on that play. Now the Pippins infield has to come in again. Already a 4-run lead, trying to prevent any more. Popped up, high, off the roof. Yep, right off the roof. It was on line. Instead, it's going to roll down into the concourse. I was really hoping that would land right on the walkway and bounce into my awaiting arms. 1-1 to Elijah McNeil. Pickles threatening a 5th run already. One ball and 2 strikes. That seemed to be the result of last night towards the end of the game. The CCL just had base runners galore. Sent 10 men to the plate in the 7th inning, sent 8 men to the plate in the 8th inning. McNeil out of play on the opposite side. Count still 1-2. You've got Brady McKay waiting to hit for the 2nd time today. He had an RBI double on his first contact. Again, out towards right center field. O'Neill and Garcia converging. It's off the wall. 5-0 Pickles, as now standing at second is Elijah McNeil with an RBI double. A gapper 370 feet bouncing into the wall. Came off the bat at 97 miles an hour. Caleb Duncan simply trotted home. He did not hustle at all. He knew that there was no shot of gunning him down at the plate. Now this one out towards left center field. Malachi squaring it up. There's out number 2. Brady McKay does not get another double. Two away. Man at second. 5-0 Portland as we approach the halfway point in this game. 8 o'clock here in Yakima. Last night was a longer contest, about 3.5 hours. Cody Nidowitz had a 2 RBI single in the 4th inning. At the time, made it 4-0. Now, of course, the run scoring here in the 5th. Two balls and no strikes. There are some bodies down in the Portland bullpen. Logan Mossman is only at 51 pitches. We'll see how long Jim Hopple keeps his starter in the game. (3-0) to Nidowitz. Kai Malt waiting on deck. Nidowitz 2 singles today, the RBI single, and then he had 1 in the 1st inning. Ball 4. So there'll be 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Dawson cruised through the first couple of batters he faced, and now in his first full inning of relief, he's got trouble on the base paths with a run already home.
Are you ready to call? How about Gryffindor?
That's ball one to Kai Malt.
I'm scared to ask. Slytherin?
MD Connor waiting on deck as well.
You behave out there, Slytherin.
Both runners take off. The ball put in play. Mendoza waits back. Strong throw. Safe. Coming home to score is the lead runner, Elijah McNeil. He never stopped running with 2 outs. 6-0 Portland. Infield single with an RBI attached to it for Kai Malt. Both runners take off again. Parker going to try to get the trail runner, but nobody's there to receive the ball. Coming home is Nidowitz. On to third is Kai Malt. Stolen bases for Nidowitz and Malt, and then an E2 brings home the 7th run for Portland. On the ground for Levi. Sotomayor going to take it himself, and the frame comes to a close as MD Connor grounds out. 3 more runs come home to score for Portland. It's 7-0 at the halfway point.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Bottom of the 5th here at Yakima County Stadium. Let's get some scores from around the West Coast League. Bottom of the 5th inning in Port Angeles tonight. Edmonton leading the lefties 8-3. Down in Corvallis, Walla Walla leads 6-2 in the bottom of the 5th over the Knights. 7-0 is the score down in Salem. The Drifters lead it over the Marion Berries in the top of the 4th. Top 5 in Victoria. Harbor Cats lead at 7-2 over the Wenatchee Apple Sox. Still a lead for Bend down in Bend, 5-0 bottom of the 5th over the Raptors. Man, the Raptors in danger of starting the second half 0-10. Kelowna 3-1 over the Night Owls in the top of the 5th, and in the bottom of the 4th, Kamloops leads Bellingham 4-1. Daichi puts the first pitch he sees in play. Stroop waits for it to come down and sends it across. 1 pitch and 1 out for Logan Mossman here in the 5th.
The Angries won in the line.
Brings up Malachi Emery Henderson. Malachi reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning. Only 1 hit to this point for Yakima Valley. It was a single by Daichi back in the 2nd. They've had base runners, as looks like our home plate umpire, Perry Schofield, looking for a sip of water, maybe to rinse out his eye. got a bit of dirt up in his face. Hard to call balls and strikes when you can't see. He's ready to go now. That was probably pretty uncomfortable. Clump of dirt right up in the eye. Malachi waving and missing on the first pitch. So for anybody interested in keeping up with the playoff race, if you don't mind the fact that Walla Walla is up 6-2 over Corvallis, the Knights are in third place at 19-17 in the overall standings. One. The other intriguing thing is Springfield 7-0 over the Berries. The Berries sit in 6th place. Springfield down at the bottom, but those three teams are only separated by one win. 14 for Marion and Bend and 13 for Springfield. And so we'll see what happens down there at the bottom of the league. You don't mind that the Bend Elks are beating Ridgefield. The Raptors continue to fall, even though they're still in 2nd place. They've lost 9 straight. Wave and a miss for another strikeout for Mossman. That's 3 for Logan Mossman. That'll bring up Levi Sotomayor. Hard to believe that Ridgefield got all 20 wins in the first half of the season, and they are now 20-16. These Portland Pickles just swept Ridgefield at the Rourke. Yakima Valley, of course, swept Ridgefield here. And before that, the Raptors were in Walla Walla where they got swept. Ball 1 to Levi Sotomayor, grounded out to the second baseman. At the time, that was Masa Chilcutt. It is now Brady McKay. Through the hole on the left side, the Pippins have their second hit. Sotomayor, after a 2-hit performance yesterday, is on the board with hit number 2 for Yakima Valley. Good approach going the opposite way if you're Levi. Back to the top of the order for Yakima Valley. Third time facing Logan Mossman for Tyson Miller. Tyson 0 for 1 today with a strikeout back in the 3rd inning, as now we're going to get a visit out to the hill by the Portland Pickles. Braden Reese out there. Don't know who is on Coach Hoppel's pitching coach and the rest of the staff. That is one thing that I was not able to find. The Portland Pickles website actually still has Mark Magdaleno as the head coach on their website. Upcoming schedule for Yakima Valley. You've got the rest of this Portland series Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is a 5:35 first pitch. Then Yakima Valley heads on the road to Walla Walla. And then they'll have their final homestand starting on Friday of next week, a week from today, against the Corvallis Knights. 6:35 p.m. Friday and Saturday for State Fair weekend. And then Sunday is a 5:05 first pitch on Faith and Family Sunday. Then we'll have an off day here at home. And then Tuesday to Thursday, the Springfield Drifters will be in town for 2 6:35 p.m. games and a 7:05 Fan Appreciation Night, Fireworks Night first pitch on Thursday. Tyson hacking and missing on the first pitch. Hard to believe that this is the second to last homestand for Yakima Valley. A 6-gamer once we get back from Walla Walla with an off day sandwiched in between. The opposite way, foul. Tyson quickly in an 0-2 hole. Miller was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. He made it all the way to third. Lefty-lefty matchup. He's hit again. On base percentage back above 500 for Tyson Miller. A couple of painful ways to get on base, but the Pippins will take it.
Number 22, Alexander Mendoza Jr.
This breaking ball just was a heat-seeking pitch towards the back heel. One of those that, even though it's slower and you can kind of see it better, there was just no way to get out of the way if you are Tyson Miller. A.J. Mendoza 0 for 2 today, looking for a big hit. Pippins down by 7, need a big rally over the last half of this game. There's the start, a base hit into left. Levi will slam on the brakes. The bases are loaded ahead of an all-star, Nick Velasquez, as A.J. Mendoza picks up his first hit of the day. Another good approach going the opposite field. There's been a big hole over there with all these left-handed batters. So let's see what Nick gets with 2 outs. Velasquez, extra base hits all over the place. 8 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs. That includes a couple of non-league games. First pitch right at 88 for strike 1. Pippins left 2 in scoring position in the first inning, trying to crack the 0 out there on the scoreboard. Foul tipped. It's 0-2. Outfield playing relatively deep in center and right. Nidowitz in left is playing about straight up, maybe just a touch shallow. Close layoff by Velasquez. The count now 1-2. That's a hard pitch to take if you're Nick because it's inside, but you know it's pretty close to the zone. Mossman ready. The 1-2 to Velasquez. Fouled off of his body. Looked like it got the bat on the follow-through. I was a little surprised John Perry Schofield didn't signal that foul more immediately. Definitely looked like a double ricochet. Nick fights to see another pitch. Hard drive, deep to right, over the head of Duncan. Sotomayor scores, Miller scores, Velasquez cracks open the 0, 7-2. 96 off the bat for Velasquez. Mendoza into third as well. The Pippins starting to find some gaps around Logan Mossman.
Also known as number 25, Parker.
Jim Hopple has seen enough of Logan Mossman. He does not want his left-hander to face Parker Burt with the energy favoring the Pippins right now. Hop will take the ball. We'll get a new pitcher for the Pickles when we come back. 7-2, Pippins starting the comeback.
The West Coast League, definitely has its place in baseball and produces some serious talent. I was a preferred walk-on at UC Santa Barbara. I ended up making the team and actually cracking the starting rotation my freshman year. As most freshman pitchers do, I had a little bit of a short leash, and so after that year, I was able to transition into the West Coast League and get a few more innings in there as well. It was a great place for me to get my feet wet after my first collegiate season, to go out there, compete against other college prospects and college arms and some real good bats as well. I met some great guys and made some great friends and really enjoyed the competition. It's definitely a special thing to be able to still be a college kid but focus completely on baseball. Even if it's just a few weeks or months, the experience goes a long way. I only threw 37 innings, not like MVP Eli Morgan with his 80-plus innings. Did he get any MVP votes? Well, he should have.
1-2. Slowed him down early and put him away with the fastball.
I went to Yakima in 2014, graduated high school, and 3 days later I was in the middle of Washington, not really sure what I was getting into. It was a very late decision. I got a walk-on spot at Gonzaga really late that year and was told right around graduation time that they wanted me to go up there and play in this college league, and I didn't know it at the time, but having gone through it, it was a complete minor league baseball feel. It was just all first experiences for me, first time busting through the night, getting in at like 6 a.m. There was nothing but entourage on the bus. Entourage! So that was the only thing our coach would play for us, and just a lot of foggy memories, try to sleep through the night, get woken up to that theme song just blaring at 4 a.m. and it's a very disorienting feeling, but I do like entourage still. Playing in Yakima was really cool. That stadium felt big league. I mean, the giant wall, all the sponsors on the board, it just felt very proper, and the fans were into it, and we did well that year, so it all molded to a very fun season.
Just trying to stay even keel, just trust my stuff, and not much more than that.
7-0, he's tied for the league lead in wins. He also has the league record now in wins.
My pitch coach, Bobby Wells, was great. Sort of an old school feel, but was in touch with some new school teachings. You knew that he knew what he was talking about because he's done it. I think experience is the best teacher. And it wasn't until the very end of the season where he told me something that he wanted to stick with me. And he's like, I'm going to tell you this during the year because you're doing your thing. But he wanted me to point my toe at the ground as I was making my leg kick. And that's something I do now. But all of it was just new experiences for me. So I learned a lot about myself and a lot about baseball.
Welcome back to the Orchard. It's 7-2. The Pippins have put 2 on the board thanks to an RBI double by Nick Velasquez. Now Parker Burt looking for more. 66 pitches for Logan Mossman as he gives way to the new pitcher, Eli Solom. Solom from UC Davis, a native of Mill Valley, California. That first fastball registered at 92 miles an hour, so he is a much higher velocity. Another one at 92, but it is ball 2, 2-0. Solom on the season for the Pickles, 11 1/3 innings in 7 games. He has struck out 13. He has walked 11. He's got a 4.76 ERA. Parker runs into another heater and he drops it into center field. Mendoza scores. Here comes Nick. The Pippins have plated 4 in the 5th inning. Parker Burt with a 2 RBI single, and the Pippins All-Star bats showing off here in the 5th. 94 off the bat for Burt. And so now the tying run is represented in the on-deck circle. Let's see what Luis Garcia can do here. With 2 away and Parker Burt over at first. Garcia grounded out to third base in the first inning. He reached on an error by the first baseman in the previous inning. He's behind in the count here, 0-2. But then Garcia was forced out on a double play turn by the Pickles. Time called here. Looks like Garcia is going to use an offensive timeout. Fortunately, that charges the whole team an offensive timeout, trying to speed up the game. It's one of those newer rules. Wave and a miss on 92. Garcia couldn't catch up to the heat. But Yakima Valley scores 4 times on 4 hits. To the 6th inning we go. It's a 3-run game here in Yakima.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Top 6 here at Yakima County Stadium. The Portland Pickles and the Yakima Valley Pippins in a 3-run ball game. It's getting interesting as we go to the 6th. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Portland Pickles, and for the first time tonight, Luis Castillo will not be hitting with anybody ahead of him. Every other time he's come up to the plate, he's had at least one runner on. And the Pippins, the last time he came up to the plate, intentionally walked him. So not as many games played as some of these other Portland Pickles, but a .404 batting average coming into the day and 6 home runs in half the number of games as he had last year means he's a fairly dangerous bat. So he will be first up here to face Dawson Barabalt, pitching in his 3rd inning overall. This will be his 2nd full inning of work if he can complete it. $11 runs combined between these two teams. 14 hits as well. Wave and a miss on a breaking ball from Barabalt. Dawson at 26 pitches so far in his outing. Looking for a shutdown inning after the Pippins got 4 runs back. Fly ball. Left center field. Garcia was playing deep, so he didn't have to go back very far. 1 away here in the 6th. Time for Grafton Stroop to hit for the 4th time. Stroop so far today 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a fly out. First one foul. Pippins bullpen going to have to retrieve the loose pearl. Grafton Stroop's been a busy man at 3rd base defensively. Not quite as busy offensively. One and 2. Folks here are happy and they know it. Clapping along with the in-house music. Barabalt looking for a second strikeout. Might be a third ground out to second base for Stroop. It is. Nice play on the run by Nick Velasquez. There are 2 away. This was not hit very hard, only 59 miles an hour off the bat. Nick had to catch, transfer, and throw, and he got him by half a step. First pitch strike for Barabalt. Looking good on the hill here in this 6th inning. That is strike 2. Dawson trying to make quick work of the Portland Pickles in the 6th. The Pickles have left at least one runner on in every inning. They've not gone down quietly. Wave and a miss, strike 3. A couple of punch-outs for Dawson Barabalt, and he works a 1-2-3 frame in the top of the 6th. Pipps have momentum. Let's head to the bottom of the 6th, trailing by 3.
Lower is the call. Let's see what the next one is. A 5. Alrighty. You want to keep going? Alrighty, we're going to keep going. $75. What do we think? Higher is the call. Let's see what it is. A king. Alright, $150 jersey. You want to keep going? Alrighty, we're going for the 245. We're calling it lower. And it is a 4 of diamonds. Good job, Zeke. You would want cheaper at $25. And a spot from Legends Casino Hotel.
Well, good heated second going. After the final off, Legends Casino featuring your favorite slots, table games, and big time promotions. Celebrate the game with a little extra fun at Legends.
Bottom 6th is upon us here at Yakima County Stadium. The sun's setting, the lights about to start powering on. It'll be Jay O'Neill, Daichi Furuhata, and Malachi Emery Henderson, the 3 due up here in the 6th. They'll be facing off against Eli Solom, who on 6 pitches when he came in relief of Logan Mossman gave up the 2 RBI single, but then got a strikeout of Luis Garcia. First pitch breaking ball from Solom here. O'Neill was the only man that did not hit in the 5th inning. You can close the book on Mossman. 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. One walk and 3 strikeouts for the left-handed starter. Two and 1. O'Neill today has grounded out a couple times. Once to McNeil at short, once the back end of a double play started by the first baseman, M.D. Connor. 2 and 2 now. Wave and a miss, strike 3. O'Neill is the second strikeout victim of Solom.
Number 26, Daichi Furuhata.
Here comes Daichi Furuhata. On the day, 1 for 2. Daichi's single was back in the second inning. He also grounded out to Stroop over at third. That was back in the fifth. The count 1-1. Daichi back ahead in the count. Last bits of sunlight stretching across the Yakima Valley. Hopefully we get our lights turned on here in just a second. Otherwise we might have to go into a short delay while they power on. Wouldn't want that. Pippins have all the momentum right now, despite the fact that Solom is throwing hard and has a couple of strikeouts. Three balls and 2 strikes. Daichi trying to get on base for the second time today. Ouchie. I don't know if he got hit or if it was just inside, but it was a narrow miss if he didn't get hit.
Stepping in left field, number 40,
Here's the look. Didn't look like Daichi got hit, so it is ball 4, not a hit by pitch, but that was close. Two hours into the game, Malachi Emery Henderson. First pitch. You can pucker up and kiss it goodbye if it's fair. Foul. Man, oh man. Oh, so close over the pole. Malachi thought he had number 4. It was so high up in the air, it really doesn't do much justice. That was close. I don't think Solom is going to throw that pitch again, and now Coach Crustangel going to go chat with our home plate umpire, Perry Schofield. Schofield was right on the line. Now he's going to ask for help. Derek Dunbar standing in the B position during that time. And so he's not right on the line to see if it's fair or foul, but he might be able to offer some help. It was a foul ball. After the discussion, the umpires get together and say that that is in fact just a loud strike 1. Krusty still having a chat with John Perry Schofield. Here's another look. You're going to see where the ball comes down to land. That looks pretty good to me. Unfortunately, I'm not down there wearing the black and calling balls and strikes. He did go with another changeup, and that one was a pretty generous strike. Some displeasure being shown from the umpires in the stands here at Yakima County Stadium. Malachi down in an 0-2 hole. Wave and a miss, strike 3. You be the judge on how many of them were actually strikes. And there's 2 away for Levi Sotomayor.
Number 13, Levi Sotomayor.
Sotomayor today, 1 for 2. The single back in the 5th inning is one of 5 hits for Yakima Valley. Strike 1 to Levi. Check to first, and Daichi's back in plenty of time. It is a little bit odd to me, at least, watching our home plate umpire set up right now. That pitch was supposedly going to be inside from Reese. It looked like John Perry Schofield was set up directly behind the catcher versus in a window. Daichi straying a little too far off first. It bounces away from Connor. Now Daichi going to try for second. He'll have it. Tough throw downstairs from Reese. Here's another check at the back pick. Wave and a miss. Across the shoe tops, 1 and 2. Two errors apiece for each team. Daichi in scoring position. Just a touch off the plate. Solom thought he had strike 3.
We believe in Eli.
Drake Dunbar having a conversation with Coach Crustangel across the field. You can see him kind of looking over towards the third base coaching box. Counts run full. The top of the order is waiting on deck, Tyson Miller. Krusty's team down right now, but with some momentum. Payoff pitch to Sotomayor. Tapper, foul. No question about that one as it bounced in the grass. Solom up to 26 pitches.
All right, let's try it like this. Get the wands out, wave the wands, and make as much noise as humanly possible. 1, 2, 3, go!
Daichi standing out at second. Another payoff. The opposite way, out towards left. Nidowitz dives, he made the grab. A web gem by the left fielder robs a run from Yakima Valley, and the inning comes to a close. We go to the top of the 7th. It's getting late here in Yakima. Levi Sotomayor robbed of his second hit of the night.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Top 7 here in Yakima. Portland leading the Pippins by 3. Dawson Barabalt still out there working. Large crowd here tonight. Some help with Hogwarts night, Harry Potter night, but it's been a loud and raucous environment against the Portland Pickles. Getting somewhat similar to what you see down at Walker Stadium. Nothing can match that, but some family-friendly fun here at the Orchard.
Come on, Caleb Duncan, it's YMCA.
How are you? I saw your brother just walk by.
8-9-1 for Portland, and the first pitch was a heat-seeking missile towards the third base coach for the Pickles. Barabalt with some confidence after hanging a 0, facing the minimum in the 6th inning. Caleb Duncan today has a triple, a single, and a hit by pitch. He has scored twice. He's worked into a favorable count for the hitters, 2-1. 7 runs on 9 hits for Portland, 2 errors committed by the Pickles. 4 runs on 5 hits for Yakima Valley, 2 errors committed by the Pippins. Barabalt being warned that he did not wait for the batter to engage with him. The first time it's just a verbal warning. The second time it's an automatic ball. Three-one to Duncan. Shot into the gap, and it's down for a hit. Duncan turning first hard, but Garcia gathers that up to prevent a double. 3 hits tonight for Caleb Duncan. 1 man on for the number 9 hitter, Elijah McNeil. Check to first, and back in plenty of time is Caleb Duncan. Elijah McNeil's been on twice and scored twice today. Flew out in the second, reached on an error in the 4th, doubled and brought home a run in the 5th. Showing bunt, runner strays off. Parker's got him, but the throw is high.
By the way, I was supposed to mention that it was the last call for adult beverages. You probably should have been a butter beer. If you want something a little stronger, make your way to the lefties.
1-0 count here to McNeil. Duncan on the season, only 1 stolen base for Portland. High and deep out to center. Garcia feeling for the wall. He's got the ball. 1 away on another deep fly ball to the deepest part of the park. .98 off the bat of Elijah McNeil. Garcia patrolling center field had just enough room. Back to the top of the order. Here's Brady McKay. Got the stretch coming up and a couple of outs. I think that's one of my favorite additions to this year is the large group of kids that usually ends up singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." A bunt dropped down. Daichi charging hard. Cannot make the transfer, and it's an infield single for McKay. Pipps weren't ready for the bunt to be dropped down. Brady legs it out, and Daichi couldn't quite make the transfer in front of the hill. Pretty well executed bunt. Nidowitz takes strike one. 2 singles and a walk for Nidowitz today. He has scored once, he's driven in 2. Hard and deep out to right. O'Neill looking to play it off the wall, but it won't even make contact. It's a 3-run bomb for Cody Nidowitz.
So a cellular device was found in the women's bathroom.
366 feet off the bat of Nidowitz. 99 miles an hour as well, and the Pickles have broken it back open. It's 10-4. Bases clear after Duncan and McKay come home on the home run. Dawson Barabal getting hit around a little here in the 7th after a very nice 6th inning of work. Pippins have a man warming up in the pen. Wave and a miss. 1-1. Carl Mullen Kovash has grabbed a baseball. Out of play over on the right side. This one sneaks over to the netting by the family zone. Barabal redshirted at Spokane, so no college innings yet. Of course, all the redshirting stuff is out the window with the new rules in the NCAA. Here's a high fly ball to left, but it will stay in the yard. Emory Henderson broke back. Now he's in. There's 2 outs. M.D. Connor hitting with 2 away and 3 runs home. 3rd time that the Pickles have put up a 3 spot in this game. M.D. Connor today 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out to go along with 2 walks. After the kids at the ballpark sing the stretch, it'll be the top of the order due up for the Pippins, as they now trail by 6. I'm very excited to see what the attendance number was tonight. It's a good crowd still on hand. A few folks have left with the score. But it's a nice night, very pleasant as we approach 9 o'clock on the start of your weekend. Started the game at 90 degrees. It's now 81 and the wind has died down. Bouncer foul. Barabal to strike away from getting out of this 7th inning. He's put in quite a bit of work. Got to give a handshake to Dawson for getting through these middle innings. Count runs full with 2 away. A few more runs have probably come across than he would have liked, but his longest outing of the season by far. Out towards second. Velasquez cannot grab it. That ball had some wicked spin. Now nobody's covering second base. The throw comes into Nick. He gets back in time, and he is out. Good recovery by Velasquez. That goes down as a single and then a put out. Mendoza to Velasquez, and we go to the stretch here at the Orchard. Enjoy, take me out to the ball game.
Let's get it started, bro. Training is served early in underserved communities across the Northwest PNWAU. Growing the future of healthcare right here at home.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Pippins trail by 6. Tyson Miller leading it off as he fouls this away to fall behind 0-1. Coach Crustangel has his lineup card in his hand over on the third base coaching box. Now he puts it away. One of the trainers also popped out of the dugout for just a brief moment. So we'll see if any substitutions happen here for the Pippins here in the 7th. It's quickly 0-2 here to Tyson Miller. Still Eli Solom out there on the hill for Portland. Tyson today hit by 2 different pitches. He's also struck out, so he is 0-for-1.
Tyson Miller. Tyson Miller. Tyson Miller.
1-2, got just enough of it. We'll do it again. Ball boy going to work. Solom thought that was strike 3, but John Perry Schofield disagrees. Tried to backdoor a slider. Instead, the count now is 2-2. 92 miles an hour. The count full to Tyson. Pippins need quite a bit of a rally over the next 3 innings, trailing by 6. They've got 5 hits to go along with their 4 runs. Right off of the support pole and over towards the Portland dugout.
Let's give it up for a bad boy, Henry. Way to go, Henry.
Portland, meanwhile, 10 runs on 13 hits. Tyson sends the payoff high on the infield. Stroop calling for it. Out number 1.
Now batting number 22, your shortstop, A.J. Mendoza.
A.J. Mendoza today is 1 for 3. A single in the 5th inning. He also scored a run. Struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd. Eli Solemn out there on the hill. His longest outing of the season was the 9th against the Corvallis Knights. He went 3 innings in that appearance. He also went 2 1/3 inning up in Corvallis on June 30th. Three balls and no strikes. Solemn is through an inning and 2/3 right now. He came in relief of Mossman with 2 outs in that 5th inning. Mendoza made him throw a strike. It's 3-1. Popped up towards the stands. Back towards GA. That ball caused some havoc over there in the corner. So the count's now full after Mendoza was ahead 3-0. Another one out of play. Mendoza had that really hot start with Yakima Valley in his first game, going 3 for his first 3. Picked up his first hit after the break today. Ball 4. Was very patient despite working the count to full. Pippins have a 1-out base runner.
The second baseman, number 17, swinging the big stick, Nick Velasquez.
Nick Velasquez had a loud double in the 5th inning. Parker Burt followed it up with a 2 RBI single. Nick rocking some bright pink batting gloves. If you can't see Nick Velasquez, now you can. It's kind of like Tyson Miller's yellow accents. Malachi has those nice blue cleats to go along with his bat. Nick down the line. This is a fair ball. All the way to the corner. Mendoza flying. He gets a late stop sign. He's going to stumble through the stop sign. The play at the plate. Safe. RBI double for Nick Velasquez. This ball was not fair by much, but it was in the perfect spot all the way down the line. AJ had the stop sign, but he decided to go home anyway, and now the lead cut in half. Nick Velasquez gifting this large crowd free tacos as well, as the Pippins have now scored 5 in the game. Let's see what Parker can do here with 1 out and a man at second. Chasing that change up, it is 0-1. So give Velasquez now 3 RBI.
On that side of the stadium over there, we're going to say third. Are you guys ready? Parker.
Wave and a miss again, another changeup. Chance of Parker Burt ring out through Yakima County Stadium, cheering on one of their 4 All-Stars. Another All-Star standing out at second base, Nick Velasquez. He's got a big lead, and now a spin over towards third. In a rundown is Nick. He will be tagged out on the backside. Nick getting aggressive. We'll watch that back and give you all the numbers. Score at 1-5 and then I believe 6. There's 1-5. That's actually the second baseman, McKay, making the tag. So 1-5-4 on the putout. 0-2 with 2 outs now. Bases empty. Parker out of play. Burt's gotten all 3 pitches on the outer half of the plate. Pickles not letting him pull anything inside. That one was more middle cut. Parker was a little bit late. Sharply to third, Stroop. He's been so busy tonight, makes the play across. 3 outs recorded in the 7th. The Pippins do get a run in between it, though. An RBI double by Nick Velasquez as we head to the 8th.
Gear up for summer like no other with Legends Cup. From the first whistle to the final goal, it's a 3-month marathon of massive payouts. Kick it with us every Thursday from June to August for a chance to win your share of $275,000. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. The stakes are high, the prizes are huge. Legends Cup, only at Legends Casino Hotel. The pitch is calling. Will you answer?
A couple years ago when I was in high school, I had braces. I didn't wear my retainers or anything, so I came back and I've shown a lot more progress with this time around than last time around. They are very helpful. They show you step by step like what needs to be done so you don't waste your time on treatments. Working with Dr. Christopher, I'd say they are very, very good orthodontists, and I would love for people to come here and enjoy everybody and everybody's personality. It's been great.
Upcoming schedule for your Yakima Valley Pippins. Finishing the weekend against the Portland Pickles, 6:35 p.m. tomorrow, 5:35 on Sunday for the postgame movie night. On the road in Walla Walla, you can listen on the Pippins YouTube or on Mixlr. That's the 21st to the 23rd. And then the final homestand of the summer. Corvallis in town Friday to Sunday of next week, and then Springfield into town Tuesday to Thursday to end the month of July. If you want to be like those fans out there in the party porch, you can go to pippinstickets.com and join us. Some marshmallows, looks like some s'mores going on out there across the short fence. New pitcher into the game for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Carl Mullen Kovash comes in. Pippin in 2024, here in his second season with Yakima Valley. 14 innings he has worked, 13 strikeouts and 12 walks, 8 hits and 5 earned runs for a 3.21 ERA for Carl. Carl, a 3-year veteran at Whitman College, just down the road in Walla Walla, Washington. He will face Luis Castillo, Grafton Stroop, and Braden Reese here in the 8th inning. The final line on Tristan Pulliam, or excuse me, Dawson Barabalt. Pulliam started this game. Castillo taking strike 1. 54 pitches for Dawson Barabalt. 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. 0-2 quickly. Carl looking for his first strikeout of the night. Castillo grounds it out towards Mendoza. Out number 1 recorded. 1 away here in the 8th. We have a new third baseman in the game. Diego Davis is playing third. Daichi Furuhata no longer in the contest. Carl's first pitch to Grafton Stroop bounces away. Davis played third base yesterday. He was 1 for 4 in the contest against CCL. One and 1 here to Stroop. One and 2. Stroop was showing bunt there. Trying to catch Davis asleep at the wheel. Hopefully everything's all right with Daichi. 1 ball and 2 strikes still. So Davis getting some action in the last 2 innings of this game. He'll be due up third to hit in the 8th inning. Grounder towards Nick. 2 away. Here's Braden Reese, the catcher. Stroop is now 0 for 5 today. He has grounded out to Nick Velasquez 4 of those 5 times. Braden Reese is 1 for 3 today, a single and 2 strikeouts. Quick work right now by Carl Mullen Kovash. 2 outs on 8 pitches. High chopper, chance for Davis. The throw, late. Infield single for Braden Reese. That's the mean part about this sport, is when you come into the game, you're going to get tested probably within the first couple of batters. This was hit so high that when it hit the grass, it deadened. Davis made an accurate throw, but not before Reese had already blown through the safety bag. Here's Caleb Duncan. He is 3 for 3 today with 2 singles and a triple and 3 runs scored. Another chance for Davis. Here's a backhand by Mendoza. On the run. Scoop not made. That would have been a highlight reel and a half for A.J. Mendoza. That might be back-to-back infield hits for Portland.
If you had a pickle shot tonight, come on, I can hear you. Did you have a pickle shot tonight? Make some noise.
That was, in fact,
If you ate a pickle tonight,
nothing yet. Haven't gotten the official scoring.
if you like apples more than pickles, make some noise.
Number 9 hitter Elijah McNeil.
Pickles are sour.
Still waiting for the official scoring on that play, by the way. So Duncan right now is just aboard. Back up the middle. This is into center field. Reese gets the wave at third. He will score. It's 11-5 Portland. 3 straight hits for the Portland Pickles. Now back to the top of the order, the 6th trip through the Portland order. Starting off with Brady McKay. Fly ball into the night sky. O'Neal has it in his glove for out number 3. 2 innings to work with. Pippins trailing 11-5.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Bottom 8 here at Yakima County Stadium. It's a clear night here at the Orchard. Pippins trailing 11-5. Going to need a comeback over the next couple of innings or so to try to get this one done. They'll start it with Luis Garcia, then Jay O'Neal, and then Diego Davis, who will be pinch hitting for Daichi Furuhata, who is no longer in the contest. Had our softy ball toss in between innings. The crowd still very much active and into this contest. Eli Solom still out on the hill for Portland. Coach Hoppel has been using his right-hander quite a distance today. One and one after the foul ball. Solom is through 2 1/3 innings so far tonight. Again, his longest outing on the season is 3 innings. That was before the All-Star break, obviously. 1-2 the count. Foul ball on that check swing. Looked like it got off the knob of the bat. Shot the opposite way. Lewis has his first hit. It takes a big hop off the grass. Man aboard here in the 8th for Yakima Valley.
Your right fielder, we know he's the real deal. Make some noise for Jay O'Neill!
That gives Luis Garcia an 8-game hitting streak. One of the under-the-radar hot hitters in the West Coast League right now. .55 pitches now for Eli Solom. The starter, Logan Mossman, went 4 2/3 innings on only 66 pitches. (2-0 to Jay O'Neill. So far tonight, 0 for 3 with a couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Solom gets into the count, now 2-1.
Let's give it up for the party porch. Where you at, party porch?
Remember, party porch, only you.
3 balls and 1 strike. It's 11 runs on 16 hits for Portland. They do have a left-hander up and throwing down in their bullpen. Ryan Higgins is tossing. Full count to Jay. He was just a touch late on that low fastball.
It just takes one brave individual to start the Tarps off. Who's it gonna be?
Garcia over at first. Jay swings through the payoff. That was just utterly disgusting inside on O'Neill. That'll bring up Diego Davis. Like I mentioned, Davis playing in the game last night against the Cascade Collegiate League, getting his second game of action in league play. He had 1 start against Ridgefield and then was away from the team during the All-Star break in the Walla Walla series. First pitch swinging, McKay waits for it to drop. 2 away, moving up to second is Garcia. McKay almost got ran into. Good job by Garcia to get out of the way. Chat from Reese as the left-hander has sat down for Portland. This is Solom's last out in the 8th to get. Nobody throwing in the Pippins bullpen. Looks like Carl Mullen Kovash will be asked to go out and throw the 9th. Malachi Emery Henderson hit a long foul ball. That was his last time up at the plate in the 6th inning. Missed a home run, according to our home plate umpire, Perry Schofield, by just a bit. It was pretty close to the top of the foul pole, makes it pretty hard to judge. Up in the booth, it looked pretty good, but Malachi ended up striking out in that at-bat. One and one. Emery Henderson has struck out twice here against Solom. Two balls and one strike to Emery Henderson. They check, did he go? No, says Derek Dunbar. The count 3-1 to Malachi in last night's contest. Despite going 0 for 2, he scored a run after drawing a walk in the 9th as the Pippins tried to rally. Count now full to Emery Henderson with 2 away.
This young man would like you to know that it is time for Tarp South. Spin it, son. Let the world know.
Solom missed outside. So it'll be runners at first and second after Emery Henderson is on base for the second time. Levi Sotomayor, 1 for 3 today. That left-hander down in the bullpen, Higgins, has started warming again for Portland. You've got 3 more lefties after Sotomayor due up, Miller, Mendoza, and Velasquez. Solom misses for ball 1. He has now surpassed the pitch total for his starter, Logan Mossman, who again made it 4 2/3 on only 66 pitches. Solom has gone 3, looking to best his best outing of the summer. He's tied it right now. If he could get one more out, he would have a new longest outing during this 2026 season. One thing's for certain, Solom probably won't be pitching the rest of the weekend. Emptying the tank right now on a Friday night. Sotomayor trying to go the opposite way. Right off the top of the stadium and down into the concourse.
The first entrance is Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. You guys want to cue that up?
We got you.
Three balls and a strike. This is what happened in the 9th inning of last night. Pippins drew some walks, got the bases loaded, scored a couple runs. They need a 6-run comeback to tie the game. That's ball 4 to load the bases. Top of the order, looming next. Solom looking towards the dugout as Jim Hopple makes his way slowly out to the mound. Looks like the left-hander will be in for the Portland Pickles. Solom goes 72 pitches in 3 innings, had a heck of an outing. Gives up only 1 run against the Pippins. Pitching change here in the 8th. We'll be right back.
It's wild. I mean, it's crazy. It's still hard to believe that I have that ring. I'm not sure exactly how it came about, but I had the opportunity to go up and play in Kelowna. It was really fortunate. We had a really good group of guys up there, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, we really appreciate everybody who came out and watched us play and supported us, and made that summer really special for all of us out there. It's just an awesome city you guys live in. It was an absolute blast. Playing in the West Coast League, it was a very different experience for me. I really hadn't been away from home that long. It was my first college summer league team. Most guys leave and they really are focused on the innings and getting more work in, developing a pitch. For me, it was just kind of having an opportunity to face some different hitters, and it was definitely more of a step into a professional style of play. You're playing a lot more. It's just not weekend sets. I got to put a lot of innings in my mind. I was out of the bullpen a little bit, so that was new to me. It was just a really good opportunity for me to refine all my stuff going into my sophomore year. Out of high school, I thought I was going to be a position player. If you would have told me, 10 years later I would be, pitching and being at this stage, I would have been a little surprised. I was very fortunate to get drafted. Ended up here in Houston. It's been an awesome ride here the last 3 years. It's still hard to believe that I have that ring. It's wild. I mean, it's crazy. The things that happened during those games last year are just unforgettable.
The thing about Phil is that, he's the same every day. I mean, you can't tell if he's going good or if he's going bad. That's what makes him a quality reliever. And the fact that, his highs aren't that high and his lows aren't that low. Enjoy Phil. I think I bought him some corn one day, and I wanted to know his opinion because from where he's from, he's a corn expert.
New pitcher into the game for the Portland Pickles as they lead it 11-5. The Pippins have the bases loaded. Ryan Higgins from UC Riverside, a native of Marina del Rey, California, making his 5th appearance. He's got 2 saves in 7 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. 10 hits, 6 earned runs for a 7.04 ERA. And so we'll see what Higgins offers to these Yakima Valley Pippins. Opponents are hitting .303 off of Higgins. He'll be facing the top of the order, Tyson Miller, with 2 outs. And then A.J. Mendoza and Nick Velasquez are due up next if anybody can continue this 2-out rally. Garcia singled to start the 8th inning, and then O'Neill struck out. Diego Davis grounded out. Malachi Emery Henderson and Levi Sotomayor have drawn back-to-back walks. All 3 runners are Eli Solom's responsibility. Tyson Miller's been on base twice tonight. His on-base percentage back to .500 as he's been out twice as well. Tyson takes the first pitch high and away.
Yes, that was Madison, Kalia, and Allison.
Last outing for Higgins was on the 11th against the Raptors, going 2 innings, giving up 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. The 2 times before that, he picked up saves against the Corvallis Knights and the Marion Berries. Tyson is hit for a 3rd time, and that will plate a run. Feels a little bit sweeter with an RBI attached to it. Garcia scores. It's 11-6. Breaking ball got away from Higgins. That run is charged to Solom. A.J. Mendoza's been on twice in his last 2 outings, a single and a walk. Waiting on deck is Nick Velasquez, representing the tying run. Shot the other way. This is fair. This is trouble for Portland. Malachi scores. Trailing him, Sotomayor. It's a 2 RBI double for A.J. Mendoza. Perfectly executed the opposite way, 95 miles an hour off the bat. Now Nick Velasquez up representing the tying run. He has 2 runners in scoring position. Never count out Yakima Valley here at home. First pitch missing from Higgins. 3 runs have come home to score for the Pippins here in the 8th. Velasquez is the 8th man to hit in this 8th frame. One and one to Nick. His last 2 plate appearances have both been RBI doubles. The first one brought home 2. The second one in the 7th brought home another. So 3 ribbies for Nick today. Has a chance to double that total here. Slow breaking ball, got the call. John Witt down in the bullpen, hoping that this game turns into a Pippins lead or at least a tie. Velasquez in a 1-2 count. On the ground, McKay completes the play. The Pippins score 3, and heading to the final frame, it's a 3-run game.
Summer ball just, it has that romantic kind of energy. The sun's out, you get to really enjoy your summer. You're still playing baseball, something you love, but at the same time, you get those precious off days. You get to go out and hang out with your boys, and it's cool. It's really unique because you're playing with guys all over America who you would never have an opportunity to play with, but you create these really long forming friendships that, I still talk to those guys. The people that you meet is amazing, the host families that you have. We had something really special, man. It was baseball at its purest, and not only did we all love the game, we loved each other, and we were playing just to play another game. It wasn't we have to win the series. It was just like we just want to play another game with each other. I played for the Corvallis Knights, home field of the Beavers, where I went to school at Oregon State. I knew a lot of guys that played there before. Nick Madrigal, I played with Adley, Zach Taylor. Playing for the Knights felt like an honor. The West Coast League is a great place to play some ball. I mean, you got some premier pitchers out there. I thought the quality of pitchers in the West Coast League was just as good as our college season. I think it's like there's some leagues where it's just like get your reps, get out of there, but like you're there to win every single game. The coaches care, the fans care. Like it's a real fun environment, but competitive at the same time. Summer ball is just its own kind of beast. There's people who are just Corvallis Knights fans. Like, I tell them like, oh, excited for the Oregon State season, and they really couldn't care less. They're all about the Corvallis Knights season, and we had a winning tradition up to that point, so they expected us to win. They have fans love their baseball. They're knowledgeable as well. We had a bunch of kids there. That was always a bunch of fun. It was definitely a really cool experience.
Our next broadcast of Yakima Valley Pippins baseball will be tomorrow. 6:35 p.m. is the first pitch between the Pippins and the Pickles. We'll have pregame coverage starting at around 6:20. Only 8 chances left to see Yakima Valley here at the Orchard. You can be like the large crowd tonight and have some fun. Pippins trying to mount a comeback. We're in the top of the 9th inning. It's a 3-run contest. Carl Mullen Kovash back out there to try to hang a 0. Gets a first pitch strike, facing off against Cody Nidowitz. He had a 3-run home run back in the 7th inning, which at the time really took the air out of the tires of this crowd. The Pippins have plated 4 at the same time. 3-1 in the 7th and the 8th for the Pickles, 1-3 in those innings for the Pippins. In other words, the only difference in this game are the 4 runs that were put up in the early parts of this contest. The 1 in the second, the 3 in the fourth. Three balls and 1 strike to Nidowitz. 3 hits total for Nidowitz. 2, 3, and 4 are a tough part of the order to try to work against if you're Molin Kovash. Lost him, ball 4.
Make some noise if you think the girls over there won the karaoke battle tonight.
That'll bring up Kai Malt. Malt with 2 hits to his name tonight. 2 singles, one of them with an RBI. Ball 1. Pippins have Hound Tanaka warming in the bullpen, just in case Molin Kovash cannot complete the 9th. John Witt is down there stretching, just in case the Pippins are able to rally but not take the lead. Runner takes off. It's a ball. The throw down is not even able to apply a tag. Stolen base for Cody Nidowitz. Malt ahead in the count, 2-0. Make it now 3-0. Pipps tonight have walked a combined 4, in danger of losing a 5th. There it is. Pitching coach Ethan Salscheider tells his staff now a stolen base as the Pippins fell asleep. Nidowitz was feeling out the distance, so he'll be at third, and now Coach Crustangel will head out to the hill to make a pitching change.
Make some noise for Shoop.
Not only do you lose the batter Malt, but you also lose an extra 90 feet.
One more time, Benson Boone.
We'll be right back after this pitching change. Hound Tanaka coming into the game.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
New arm into the game for Yakima Valley. This is Hound Tanaka from Mito, Japan. Pitched at YVC most recently and now on the season for the Pippins, making his 11th appearance. He has pitched 12 2/3 innings with 14 strikeouts and 16 walks, pitching to a 9.24 ERA. Carl Mullen-Kovash is responsible for the 2 men on base. A couple of walks for him. I was getting ready to say right before the stolen base that Ethan Salscheider, the pitching coach for Yakima Valley, says if you can limit free passes to 5 or less, usually you're going to be in the game. And in this case, it is still a 3-run deficit for Yakima Valley. You're not out of it by any means, but these couple of walks in the most recent inning have hurt Yakima Valley. Now you've got 2 on and nobody out. One of those nights that, yeah, you keep the walk number down, but you see 16 hits out there on the board as well. Portland's been able to hit the ball just about everywhere in the ballpark tonight. MD Connor, the first man to face Hound Tanaka. Carl goes 22 pitches. You got the lefty here in Connor, and then the right-handed hitting Luis Castillo, who is 0 for 4 tonight. Lifted out towards center. Garcia going to have to charge in. He makes the catch. Runner will not score. Nidowitz saw the strong throw. There's one away. Garcia was playing way back. You see him sprinting in. All the momentum going forward, and that was a good strong throw to keep Nidowitz over there at third. Now here is Luis Castillo. Pipps trying to preserve their 3-run deficit and make it as close as possible to try to come back. Hound definitely a change of velocity for Yakima Valley. These Portland hitters are used to the mid to upper 80s right now. Hound tops out at about 80. Castillo, strikeout looking, fly out, and a 6-3 ground out to go along with that intentional walk back in the 4th inning. Shot the other way, and the Pickles will add on to their lead. Nidowitz does score here in the 9th inning. It's 12-8. First hit of the series for Luis Castillo comes here in the 9th inning. It gives the Pickles some insurance. Grafton Stroop, a lefty facing off against Tanaka, has grounded out to Nick Velasquez 4 times tonight. 4 of his 5 outs are 4-3 putouts. Tanaka going to step off once. Now he asks for a new baseball. Stroop's only out that wasn't to Nick Velasquez was a fly out to Jay O'Neill. So everything has been on the right side for Grafton Stroop. Behind the runner, or the batter rather. That's a wild pitch. That moves 2 into scoring position. Two balls and no strikes. Another arm down there warming for Yakima Valley. Count now 3-0. Can't see who it is through the netting up here where I'm sitting. An assist from our high home camera says it's Wyatt Robinson warming up for the Pippins. 4-pitch walk to Grafton Stroop. The bases are loaded. Coach Crustangel on his way out to the hill. Looks like Tanaka's night will be done. Third pitcher to be used here in the 9th inning, about to enter for Yakima Valley. We'll be right back to the Orchard.
My experience at West Coast League was fun. You know, it was a big difference going from California over there to Walla Walla, Washington. And the crowds were actually really good for such a small town. They really showed up for us, and everybody was very welcoming. It was an awesome experience.
How much does speed play a factor in your game here?
Oh, it's a huge factor. Ball in the gap or just even a CNI single. If you get out of the box good, you can even try and stretch to a double sometimes.
Durant hits that hard into the gap.
Here goes Durant. He's blazing around second. Into third. It's a 2-run triple.
Jaron Durant, a triple to the gap in right center.
For me, that summer was about embracing like new teammates and embracing new challenges because, you know, you're seeing different types of pitchers and it's really fast-paced, a lot of bunting, some new positions, new skills. Kind of helps with like leadership and like getting to know guys, and it was a good development for me in a lot more aspects than I expected. That was some of the best coaching staff that I've had. Back then I was a second baseman, you know, I thought if I just played really good second base, I'd be able to stay there, but they better use me in the outfield, which is awesome. You know, I'm loving it now.
On the defensive side, you've been making some pretty good plays. You've been playing really all over the field now.
Hit coming on Durant, diving ahead, he's got it. What can he do at this point? Wow, changing the game both offensively and defensively, that's huge.
JD's one of my best friends in the organization. He's just such a hard worker. He's super intense on the field, but he's completely different off of it. He's really laid back, relaxed, loves to have fun, brings such a good rapport and demeanor to the clubhouse. There's so many great things to say about him and the way that he goes about his business.
Introducing Wyatt Robinson, the new pitcher for Yakima Valley, making what is now his 10th appearance on the summer. He's pitched in 11 innings with 20 strikeouts and 12 walks. He's got 7 hits allowed and 9 earned runs allowed. Robinson tasked with getting 2 outs here in the 9th inning. The runner at third, Kai Malt, belongs to Carl Mullen Kovash. Cannot close the book on him quite yet. The runners at first and second are the responsibility of Hound Tanaka. Pippins making it harder on themselves to come back in the bottom of the 9th. There you see the lead runner that belongs to Mullen Kovash. Wyatt can get up to 90-91 on the fastball, but he misses to make it 1-0. Pickles sent 9 men to the plate in the 4th inning. They've only sent 5 to the plate here in the 9th, but with only 1 out, danger lurking in that first base dugout. The speakers almost took a piece of that foul ball. Robinson's last appearance was against the Ridgefield Raptors on the 9th. Runners are squaring. The play at the plate. The bunt failed. That was a suicide squeeze all the way through, and Reese could not drop the bunt down. I guess you call that caught stealing 1-2 at the home plate. The pitch was a ball, and then Parker just able to scramble and apply the tag. So now 2 away. You can close the book on Carl. Both of Tanaka's runners are still out there. Some barking coming from the third base coaching box. The count is 1-2. Wave and a miss, and Robinson punches out Reese. That could have been a lot worse if you're Yakima Valley, as Robinson mops up the mess. To the bottom of the 9th we go. The Pippins need 4 to tie and 5 to walk it off.
I was scheduled to go to the West Coast League out of high school, and then the draft happened, so there was a slow process deciding whether to sign or not, and then eventually I didn't. My whole senior year, I was like, oh yeah, summer will be cool. I was nervous for it, but I was also very excited. The group of guys that we had there was special. You know, I was jumping into a new group of kind of older guys. Most of them were a year or two older than me. It was really good for me being like a younger player. They kind of showed me the ropes of what college baseball and summer ball was about, and really helped me through that whole process.
First pitch, McLean, deep center!
I think hitting with bats every day was different. Playing every day that consistent was different for me. Coming from high school, the competition was good. It was a good introduction to Pac-12 baseball. You got guys throwing every day who are top of the rotation guys in college, Friday night guys, Saturday night guys, and get to face that as a senior going into a freshman year was really an advantage for me because it really made me get better and realize I need to get better quick. But it was a lot of fun. You know, everyone in Bellingham welcomed me with open arms, and it was a great first summer ball experience. I couldn't ask for anything more. My host family was so awesome. I mean, the Ayers, I still talk with them like weekly, maybe once every 2 weeks. To form that connection, that relationship that I still have with them and other teammates, I'll remember those for the rest of my life. Bellingham fans, thank you guys for always supporting me. I really appreciate it. You guys made it special for me.
It'll be Higgins to remain in the game and try to pick up his third save of the summer for Portland. Yakima Valley has Parker Burt, Luis Garcia, and Jay O'Neill to start off this bottom of the 9th inning. Pippins need 4 to at least send us to extras. The last time Yakima Valley played a league game here at home, it was ended in extras on a walk-off by Malachi Emery Henderson. One 1-0 to Parker. Burt 1 for 3 today, a single back in the 5th inning. He also walked in the 1st. Fouled that off. It's 1-1.
Start it one more time. We'll get this right. One more time.
Two balls and 1 strike. Higgins came in after Levi Sotomayor drew the second walk of the 8th inning. He hit the first batter he saw. He gave up a 2 RBI double to A.J. Mendoza. Parker in a 2-2 count now. And then Nick Velasquez grounded out to finish the 8th inning. So only 1/3 of an inning in the books for Higgins right now. No runs belong to him, I should say, as Parker got just enough to stay alive.
All right, come on, send it back one more time. One more time, send it back.
Again, Parker able to just get enough.
Let's go, Parker.
If you don't mind the longer at bat, Pippins maybe trying to force another pitcher to come into the game for the Pickles. On the ground to short, McNeil, the gather. There's out number 1. Man, McNeil plays such a cool and collected brand of shortstop. A couple of times it looks like he's just lackadaisically going back, and he ends up making the play. Don't know how Jim Hopple feels about that, but as long as the out's recorded, I'm sure he's okay. Seems like every time opposing teams come to the Orchard, they find a defensive hotspot. Usually this is a nightmare place to play for opposing teams because so many places have turf. Portland does not. So they're used to the natural surface as Garcia starts the 9th inning rally with a 1-out single. another multi-hit night for Lewis. Again, an 8-game hitting streak now with his single back in the 8th inning. Portland's Walker Stadium is a natural surface field. So the Pickles not adjusting from that turf surface like most other places. Springfield, Marion, Corvallis. O'Neill out of play. Bend has a turf infield and then a natural outfield. Walla Walla is all natural. Ridgefield, of course, is turf. Jay taking strike 2. Pippins in danger of dropping their 4th straight in league play. Jay ropes his foul. That was almost a self-defense type swing. The breaking ball was in tight, so Jay just decided to try to pull that ball down the line. That could work. You've got a decent-sized hole with the first baseman, Connor, holding on Luis Garcia. Strike 3, top shelf. 2 away, and the last batter for Yakima Valley, barring a hit, will be Diego Davis. Davis came in to hit in the 8th inning after coming in on defense in the top half of that inning. He grounded out to the second baseman, McKay. Davis from Stockton, California, where he also goes to school, University of the Pacific. One and one after he got that one off the end cap of the bat. Ten o'clock here in Yakima. Pipps hoping for a rally after dark. 12 runs on 17 hits for the Portland Pickles. 8 runs on 9 hits for Yakima Valley. Three and one. A walk moves it to Malachi Emery Henderson's spot. The tying run in this game is located in the dugout still as the man in the hole, Levi Sotomayor. Davis out to the middle part of the field, and it is caught by McKay, or maybe chopped off of the plate. Either way, it's out number 3. And the game is over. Portland takes down Yakima Valley for the 11th straight time. 12-8, the final score, just past 10 o'clock here in Yakima. The Pickles get 12 runs on 17 hits. They commit 2 errors in the field. Yakima Valley, 8 runs on 9 hits. They also commit 2 errors in the field. Pippins had some standouts. Nick Velasquez had a 2-hit day. So did Luis Garcia. But they could not overcome the Pickles, as Perry Schofield has one quick departing message for Yakima Valley. I don't quite know what this is. You can see him standing out there on the field asking for something or someone. Perry Schofield, I don't know what the signal means. We're going to sign off. It's a 12-8 final score. I'm Harmon Johnson. For everybody involved with the Yakima Valley Pippins, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. for Game 2 with the Portland Pickles. Final score again today, Pickles 12, Pippins 8. You've been watching Pippins Baseball.